Yo, watch me walk out of YouTube, dude. Watch this shit. Wanna walk out of the internet. Watch this, dude. It's cool. That's my stance. That's like my stance. Like if I was in like Street Fighter, I'd be like, that'd be my stance. All right, I want to thank you guys very much, dude. 90 subscribers in 28 fucking days. Holy fuck, dude. Yes, yes, yes. Call me Daniel Bryan. Yes, 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 yes. Fuck that, dude. Look at that. Plus 90, dude. That's like fucking 89 more brain cells than I fucking have, dude. Holy shit. That $50 made in a month, dude. Holy fuck, that's good, dude. But my other account made like $400 in a fucking month, dude. It's fucking crazy. Check out my other account. Actually, no, I can't show you guys. Actually, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Not to flex too hard, but fuck, we're gonna be rich soon, dude. Let's do it. Boom, 311. Boom, boom. But that's because I uploaded what is it? Um, I watched some more Weekend. You can't put copyright strike, man. What a fucking legend, man. It's because he actually owns his own content. He's not like Linus Tech Tips. Like Linus doesn't own his own videos. It shouldn't even be called Linus fucking Tech Tips. It should be called fucking Full Screen Media Tech Tips. Because Linus isn't even fucking I don't know how this guy fucking streaming fucking MXT, dude. Con TV? Huh. Yeah, watch some of Papa Meat. I make cartoon on my main account, but I make other stuff here. Oh, there we go. We're sitting here at Trends 2024. The confusing word of polyamory. Oh, it's not when you get like when you like guys and girls and you're dating and a guy and a girl at the same time. That's what I call can't make up your goddamn fucking mind, man. God, I can't make up your goddamn fucking mind, shit. I can throw some shorts on. My balls are sweating like a fucking like a pregnant nun, because nuns aren't supposed to get pregnant. You guys ever get sweaty ball syndrome? SBS, I call it. Sweaty ball syndrome. SBS. Yeah, I'm just taking a break from RuneScape for a couple days. Well, this is probably my last day of break. Just because I'm getting sick of it, man. It's so fucking it's grindy, man. It's so fucking slow. Like how do I got fucking 10 Vorkath heads at fucking 500 kill count? Like that's actually right on kill count. It's essentially 1 every 50, but come on, it's way too fucking many. Yeah, I give so many people free fucking views, dude. Just by leaving my mouse on a fucking video and just playing for like 10 minutes and like leaving my computer. I refuse to win a poly memory. Oh, fucking pain, man. I need the cane. I need the cane, baby. Oh, fuck, these pants don't even fucking fit me, dude. They're falling off. Fuck. No go. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, chat. Grandpa's back. I like my desk because it has a fucking little headphone holder on it, like a little fucking little arm thing, but I put my cane on there and fucking holds it pretty nice. It's pretty nice, dude. I like my desk, man. Limp dick. My microphone is limp dick. Just killed a demon. You guys are welcome. Man, I'm so happy with myself, dude. Made it to 32 years old, man. Fucking mentally challenged, growing up with a learning disability. Surprised, man. And my parents abandoned me and shit because they didn't know what to do. Surprised I still made it, dude. Raised myself, dude. I'm so proud of myself, man. Good job, Brandon. You worked hard. Good job. You're homeless 3 times and you made it out every fucking time, baby. Yeah, didn't have anyone fucking look out for me, man. Shit is on me and by myself, baby. Stupid fucking abandonment parents. Want to have a kid but don't want to fucking raise it. Fucking stupid. You'd think of some white trash fucking American family. They just want to have the kid for the bonus, or for the money. Oh, dude, I can put him on my microphone. Oh no, it almost fell. Like, can I jam his foot in here? Oh my god, dude. Okay, sorry, buddy, if I hurt you. I'm gonna jam your little tail in here. Yo, he's fucking the microphone, dude. It's his wiener, dude. That's so cool, man. I actually want to tape him to like right here, so he's like standing on it, so I'm like talking to him. Oh, this is fresh haircut. Oh, there's a fresh haircut, Meat Cannon. Can you guys see the dragon? Oh yeah, you can. Nice, that's cool little touch, dude. Nobody's going to fucking notice either. They'll be like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, it's iguana. It's an iguana. It looks like an iguana. They're a very small one.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing?
Papa Meat. This is Papa Meat, but YouTube got his Papa Meat. Oh, where the fuck are my earphones over there? Sorry, I'm trying not to swear a lot. For fuck's sake, I swear too fucking much, man. Like, fuck, oh my fucking god, I swear more than fucking anyone else in this fucking goddamn fucking world, man.
How you doing? Coming on Settle Down because today we're talking about everybody's favorite relationship status. Being polyamorous. I don't know. Is that polyamorous? Polygamy. We're talking about the nuts and bolts.
Look at the guy, dude.
Is that polyamorous?
But just
Polygamy. We're talking about the nuts and bolts in the of it all, huh? You know, we live in an age of sex positivity. Every day we see more and more people setting aside the traditional concept of love and relationships in exchange for a potentially more freeing and exciting lifestyle. AKA, you get to just swap spit with everybody. Sinners, heathens, downright goobers. You know what, off the cuff before we even go into it, what do you think, Nick?
As long as you're not hurting nobody, I don't care. But for me, I couldn't do it. Be too jealous. Thinking about his, you know.
As long as you're not hurting anybody or thinking about his seed.
My thing is, I would definitely be like the third wheel.
be the cook.
Yeah, they're having dinner or whatever, and you're in the back of the car like, can you give me some onion rings? Yeah, we'll see. pit squeak.
They're bullying me.
She's gonna have sex with you. You're my boyfriend. Pay the electricity bill. I'm just happy to be here. You know what I say? I say this. You know what? I bet there's some people out there where it works just fine. I think in a lot of regards, I think it's a lot of bullshit.
Everybody that I know has been in a poly relationship. They've broken up because one of them ends up bullying
jealousy
people behind their back.
Yeah, it's weird. It's supposed to be this open thing, but it's, I don't know. You can't escape that primal jealousy. You know what I mean? Our monkey brains, we can't handle it. And every year, polyamory continues to grow in popularity, likely due to its rise in representation in popular culture like TV, movies, and dating apps. Being polyamorous essentially means having more than one partner. That's what it means. Why would you want the hassle?
I could keep up.
So what if you get divorced? If you get divorced, do you lose all your shit instead of losing? If you like marry two fucking women, do you lose all your shit instead of losing half your shit? Fuck, dude, that sounds horrible.
Relationships are very difficult. Did you even just sit there and be like, let's throw in another egg in the mix? Oh God, please, could I? Sleepless nights, please, could I please?
For me, when I got Teddy, I was like, oh, I'll get Max as a second dog so they can be friends. Now it's just a bigger headache for me.
I don't want small dogs. You're a rainbow girl.
Like a relationship with your dogs. I can only afford.
I'm in a relationship with my RuneScape account.
It always feels like poly relationships are people who are too spineless.
Invested a lot of time into it.
They're like, let's just, could we bring in someone else? And they're just trying to transition someone out of their life.
Just swap someone out.
Just wanting somebody else in our group instead of just being like,
Can we get a chip change? We'll swap.
That's how I look at it a lot of the times. And also too, you can get out and still.
Yeah. Chaos.
Or you found your new favorite. This thing is just kind of like your side.
What the fuck is that phrase? It's like eat your cake and eat it too, or whatever. No way.
You can't fuck your cake and eat it too.
Baking a cake and eating it.
You can't fuck a cake and eat it too. I think that's
it. Group that continues to stigmatize the poly lifestyle, believing that being monogamous is the true natural order of things. Some believe that the cost of living has risen so much that people no longer strive for the financial benefits of marriage, instead opting for non-traditional family structures.
Right, what financial benefits of marriage? Just having double income?
From the UK participated in
What the fuck, dude? You lose half your shit then.
Relationships. Like it or not, lifestyle isn't going anywhere. So if you're considering the poly lifestyle and don't know where to start, look no further, my friends. Today we're going to talk about the convoluted world of poly relationships.
Because it gets complicated.
Yeah, it probably really does.
Get your notebook and pens out.
There's even pansexuals, dude. People who fuck pans. Like, what the fuck, dude? How do you fuck a pan?
Polyamory, right? This is one we know. I'm gonna also probably pronounce these wrong. We just need to know that that's usually what happens with these things, so don't know, I'm supposed to tell you. Polyamory comes from the Greek word poly, meaning many, and amor, which means love. It's a lifestyle that
polymorph, yeah.
Partners. This type of relationship requires consent from all people involved on top of having its own unique set of boundaries and responsibilities. Doesn't that sound fun? In this arrangement, people are allowed to form new relationships outside the group. This information needs to be communicated to the other partners. And some groups require an open approval system and requires you to have their permission to engage. So you're in this wolf pack, right? And then you're like this other thing, like, well, we're already doing this thing. I'm just gonna go do this. You need a written.
You need to study the fucking application.
Before you can go down on the hunt again. How is that, dude?
You're gonna be outnumbered. The more people.
You're gonna need a fucking permission slip, dude.
It's like it's a 3-1 vote, dude. We don't like Jacob, man.
We don't like Jacob. He's an asshole.
What do you have to do?
You aren't fucking him. He's an asshole, but you can't fuck him.
$50 deposit fee. It is what it is.
What if you
$50 deposit
and
fee.
then everybody kicks you out?
That is how it has to be. Because also, too, I'm going to say this. In every poly group, there's just one, like, pig. That everybody is like, oh, I like this person. You know what I mean? Because I would imagine a lot of poly relationships, if you're a poly guy and you like a girl, but then the rest of the guys are they gay for each other, too? Some of them are. You went on that one, though. Remember where they were...
Maybe I should do that with my hair, dude. Give myself a fucking
I
mullet.
never went on a date.
Just have to cut off the sides.
Dinner with them.
No, they offered.
Think I look cool if I don't have the sides, guys?
And I think the next day I was like, that's not for me.
But you were
Skull it.
considering
I think that's it.
Well, the whole thing was like.
No, a skullet's different. A skullet's just the
But he
fucking
definitely
back.
wants to touch your balls.
I don't know what a curly
Also,
mohawk
like,
is.
there's like a thing of you like in your room like drinking
That's
wine.
cool. We almost got the same hair.
Go
Well, mine's a
on.
little bit more curly, I think. Because I got like the fucking
Could you give
rings.
me a day to think about it? Could you give me a brisk 24? This means that even in a relationship involving multiple people, it's still technically possible to cheat in the established rules if the established rules are broken. So if you go on and fuck somebody else, they're like,
So what, you need like a
cheated on all of
relationship
us. And then we
agreement?
move
Like
on
fucking
to
Sheldon Cooper?
polyfidelity. It's another form of polyamorous relationships in which those involved have agreed to not expand the relationship beyond the initial group, choosing to stay more exclusive. This is the tighter knit wolf pack, right? You howl together. Also, in polyamorous relationships,
Fuck,
I'm
that is
opposite too.
hallucinating
It's
a
like, I
lot
don't want you
today,
to bring
man.
some random
Fuck.
person and then bringing that disease back into the group, which makes sense, but also a little silly still.
Just because I'm mentally handicapped, I
Get the
hallucinate
wolf pack.
sometimes
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Also, trying to act like in a
I think it's like if I have
relationship,
lots of
we're trying to act
stress.
like, you know, we're the clean ones. Imagine me, blue hair, my eyes are even more gone. I don't want someone else. I don't want to swap someone else's spit. You know what I mean? Got Cheeto dust all over my fucking like hands and my shirt.
And no, it's not
Common
schizophrenia because I don't
setups
hear
include
voices.
a triad, where three people
Just
are
see
involved
things.
with each other romantically and sexually, or
But it's not like I see bad
quad
things.
involving four people. A triad is not to be confused with a V,
A triad isn't three. Triad?
which is when one partner has two romantic
that?
partners
The
that
dark
are
triad?
that are in no way involved with each other.
It's a
In V,
psychologically-
a hinge
like
is
psychology
the shared
thing.
partner between the two. Are you keeping up? In many
Wait, hold on.
polyamorous relationships
A
are,
hinge? What are they called?
A triad is not to be confused with a V, which is when one partner has two romantic partners that are in no way involved with each other. In a
What
V,
the fuck?
a hinge is the shared partner between the two. Are you keeping up? Many polyamorous relationships are
Who the fuck invented this shit, dude?
Many polyamorous relationships have a hierarchy consisting of a primary and a secondary relationship structure that dictates their priority.
Okay, primary and secondary. It's probably two people that are together and they got someone else to join their gang.
Exactly. We're getting into it, but it feels fucked up that you are in this relationship and then they have a designated dog. Sometimes. On a blue moon, on Christmas. What about Kwanzaa? Keep pushing your luck, pal. For example, a primary relationship may form between the two that spend the most time together. They may even get married, live together, and have children. And for the secondary relationship, they often receive less time than the primary, as well as having less influence in making decisions. I have a full relationship, and this is just my dog that gives me gifts and I get attention from when I'm tired of my primary. This is not feel like the most selfish thing imaginable. Only one person is benefiting from everything.
Yeah.
A woman. Partner is the non-hierarchical relationship equivalent of a primary partner, being the one that is the most stable and reliable figure within the group. The person that has a job. Okay. Can we at least say what it is? The guy who's working full time. That's the anchor partner.
I
All
just
right.
promised
Within
to fucking like pinky toe and the toe beside it. There's a whole bunch of fucking dead skin always in between them, and it fucking like hurts so bad. Like there's a cut underneath the fucking pinky toe, like it's always there. Like I always have a fucking cut under my pinky toe. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think I gotta get fucking amputated. And my pinky toe's always fucking red on both feet. It's like the bone didn't grow fucking right or something. Fuck. Feels so fucking weird, man. Ugh. It's supposed to. I think these earphones, if you tap them, they play. I'm not sure if it works with the computer. Oh, is it my other earphones? I don't know.
Polyamorous relationships, there are also those known as comets, which are people in the relationship that you do not contact nearly as frequently, whether it's due to conflicting schedules or distance to each other. Comets, aka buddies. I don't know.
Yeah,
you can call
buddies.
it whatever cosmic.
You can call it whatever you want.
That's what
Cosmic,
that is.
fucking
We're gonna
chaos,
design a
whatever
relationship,
fucking
it's just they come over.
It's just a fuck buddy.
Pass by. There's also polygamy, which requires being married to multiple spouses. This takes place in the form of polygamy, where one man is married to multiple women, or polyandry, where
That's
one
the
woman
other
is
thing,
married
like all
to
your shit.
multiple men, aka my boys in the Mormon church. They live on compounds, and it's like really that one show. It's like one dude, 5 wives or whatever. It's too, because it's just like he keeps marrying younger women. So the first wife, she's just like, we used to have a lot of fun back in the day, and then he's like only spends time at like the younger person's house. He has like multiple houses in this cul-de-sac, and he's just like, on Mondays I sleep here, on Tuesdays I sleep here. It's so but as you can see, as we start to get into the hyper-specific poly arrangements, things start to get a little complex. For example, the phrase solo poly, which you would think that's just a regular person, right? But a solo poly is ascribed to those who are single and polyamorous, choosing to prioritize their own needs even while engaging with multiple partners. They often prefer not to have a nesting partner. a term used to
Nesting
describe the
partner.
partner that you choose to live with.
You're just sleeping around.
Nesting.
Okay, yes, it could look like you.
You're just
being
sledding
somebody
around.
who's basically just a couch potato hopping from house to house or from nest to nest. You're a couch surfer. You're a whore. You're a homeless person having sex with random people.
Wow,
That's a
fucking
nest. You're not a bird.
You
You're
can't
a
swallow that.
whore.
It's like pure black.
Solo poly people can also engage in parallel polyamory.
If they parallel parking.
Doctor Strange or something. I'm like. Parallel polyamory, where their various partners are aware of each other but don't meet or interact with each other.
Do not talk to him.
Do not
So
talk to
you
him.
know of their existence, but you don't ever want to speak to them, which to me also means that person does not know about you. There's also monopoly, where only one member in a couple
Monopoly.
engages in polyamorous relationships. Some couples use this setup to save a relationship when one partner has a tendency to cheat, which doesn't always end well. I know you're gonna cheat, but I love you, so go out there and do it. Isn't that just called a hall pass?
I guess.
Wouldn't you just be like, yeah, go ahead. Unless he's just like, babe, you can't keep this dog on a leash. For those who reject normative relationship structures, there's relationship anarchy. This means that so long as there is mutual respect between partners, you can follow your heart and structure things as you see fit. Relationship anarchy has a negative connotation to many, as some will use it as an excuse to be selfish, cheat, and manipulate people. However, there is more to this lifestyle. Relationship anarchy can be, for example, building a family that consists of not only romantic partners, but platonic friends. A polycule, also known as a polyweb or a polyfamily, is the connection made among various people living in polyamorous lifestyles. Essentially, it's a family in which you are not only connected by your own partners, but your partner's partner, and so on. And not
I
all
can see it,
members
dude.
of the polycule need to be romantically entangled. It's important to use the words polyamory and molecule. Some people
Yeah, just put it like
participate
this.
in this will create charts
Maybe I
displaying
put it the back
complex
way.
web of relationships contained in their polycule. You probably thought you were on
kind
the
of hard
section.
to,
No. This is a
control them.
polycule, my friends.
I like how it's showing former partners. Well, we were dating, you know, it's part of their thing.
That's the thing, dude. You gotta have.
But
a
now I
little
got my own
section,
thing
you gotta
going
have a
on.
little family tree of your polycule, because you probably are also like, I might go back. I feel like these are little islands, like little Mario worlds you get to travel to.
These asexual, non-sexual partnerships, long distance.
Like I was just friends.
Co-parenting, cohabiting.
Sexual partnership, so it's a buddy. I'm gonna say every one of my employees now. I'm in a polyamorous relationship with all of them.
That's what I was gonna say. That'd be kind of fucked up. If it's just like I'm just friends with these guys.
No, you're in the polycule. If I went over to my buddy's house and we were like, yeah, we watch football and we drink beers, and I look over and there's a tack board that's at a polycule and my face is on it, I'm gonna be pissed. But this can result in a tight-knit family-like dynamic that consists of multiple different relationships who are on romantic or friendly terms, known as kitchen table polyamory. Some polycules
Kitchen
keep their
table?
relationships very separated and private, but are still comfortable occasionally meeting up without responsibility or fully merging the two groups' lives together. This is known as garden party polyamory.
Garden party. When are we gonna get Mario party, dude?
It's a cult-like mentality.
A little.
Garden
Yeah.
party.
We can also talk about compersion, which is the feeling happiness on behalf of your partner who is in another relationship. The word frugal is an informal and playful variation of the word. All right, so I just a lot of poly talk. I'm gonna be throwing a lot of shit at you. I'm getting lost myself. I'm getting lost myself. Metamor, which is your partner's partner, whom you are not directly engaged with romantically or sexually. This is like the person my partner's partner. So it's like I'm in a relationship with her, but she goes and meets up with her other boyfriend at Taco Tuesday, whatever, El Sombrero. Yeah, exactly. We also have the unicorn, which is a woman, usually bisexual, who wants to be in a
Unicorn's a
relationship
guy, I
with both
thought.
the man and the woman that are together. Unicorn hunting refers to the heterosexual couple's pursuit in finding that person. You were a unicorn. How does that feel?
Special.
That feels kind of sick that you're a unicorn. Would you reconsider if they would have told you you're a unicorn?
Yeah, maybe if they use that language.
If he wouldn't have said he wants to touch
He's
your
called
girl,
his friend a girl.
why that?
That's the
Thanks
test,
for
I think.
calling
It's
that
just like
up.
he's attracted to you, so we'll start off slow.
We'll start off slow. He's gonna
Back then they damn want me.
like a boxer, one of those bags.
Yeah, I'm hot. They all know.
Yeah, I'm hot, they all know.
Cowboys and cowgirls, which is someone who enters a polyamorous relationship only to try
Like
and
my
convince
pet
one of
dinosaur.
their partners to leave and enter a monogamous one. That's like a home run. You don't want
So
to be a
the
cowboy
thing-
or cowgirl. They're like, hey, I'm gonna join this thing. Get me the fuck out of here. Let's go. I like you and not him.
You're the villain. You're Sauron.
You're a terrorist. You're so fun.
He's a bad
That
guy.
said, it doesn't take a genius to understand that poly relationships are open to tons and tons of complications, right? Having a healthy monogamous relationship is already hard enough, so managing several can often lead to a lot of
Holy
problems.
fuck, it's a whole relationship, dude.
Already hard enough, so managing
Holy fuck, dude. That's one relationship, all these people. How many people is that? 6? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 people! Jeez! I would have been imagine that's more brain cells than I have, dude.
several can often lead to a lot of problems. A polyamorous relationship is no place for people who struggle with proper communication, as it can easily make or break the entire thing. These setups often have lots of boundaries, rules, and expectations that need to be addressed to avoid misunderstanding and hurt people's feelings. A big issue for poly relationships is jealousy. More commonly, with people who are new to the scene, the excitement of a new partner coming into the mix can turn into jealousy quickly, depending on the person and how it's handled. With so many people involved, this means having to make time for multiple people so nobody feels neglected. And to do this, you need to now juggle multiple schedules and manage your time, something that can become very mentally taxing. Imagine, when you're just like, I need a break from work. How many times have I been out? I've been like, oh, you want to go do this? And I'm like, yeah, you do it anyways because you're just like, what am I gonna, I'm not an ass. Imagine having to do that 2 times or 3 times, like back to back. All right, I went to this one. What about me? You know what I mean? It's one of those things, knock knock. Oh, goddamn, dude. It's a common joke that people in large poly relationships need to master using Google Calendar to organize their time. Some people on the r/polyamory subreddit even post detailed guides on how to be the most efficient with the app. And speaking of r/polyamory, let's look at potential complaints people have had with polyamorous relationships to get a glimpse of what could go wrong. Which someone says, many people, especially men, but not always, use polyamory just as an excuse to have a harem and not really have a mutual love relationship with multiple partners. Yeah. I'm like, what? Oh, shit. What do you mean? Can you believe they just want to He doesn't actually want to go to the rave with me. He just wants to fuck me. He doesn't actually want to go to Joann's Fabric and pick up yarn. He just wants to have sex.
How do people manage their sex schedule? I have 3 partners. 2 of my partners have 3 partners, and 1 partner has just me. But dates. I feel like everyone in the expanded polycule has a role.
Sounds familiar, that
Sometimes
voice,
that's
dude.
just activity
It's like that
partner,
voice, that it
partner.
reminds me of the
And for
fucking.
me,
It reminds me of the fucking holy fuck, that's a whole couple? They probably just got finished in an orgy, that's why they're all naked. They got towels on, yeah, they're probably just having a fucking massive orgy. They're definitely having a massive fucking orgy, dude. Like, these girls with towels on, and they're the only boobs you can see. She has a towel around her waist. Oh, maybe they're playing strip poker or something. There's cards there. Oh no, they probably threw cards down. Just so it looked like they weren't having a fucking orgy.
role. Sometimes that's just activity partner, nesting partner, and for me, I guess I'm the sex partner. Each of my 3 partners has guaranteed 2 times a week with me, where I'm available for sex, and most of the time they arrange a 3rd time each as well. The result is, I have sex 7 to 10 times a week. I kinda don't want to have sex this much, but at the same time, I'm so used to it now that I also get antsy if I've gone more than 12 hours without sex. My partners get a little sad if they think one of my other partners is having more sex. So there is definitely a little
They give me a
competition
lot.
going on. Though we're not supposed to mention when people are having sex with each other to avoid FOMO. In many ways that makes it worse because everyone assumes everyone else is having sex whenever they're spending time with me, which a lot of the time is true, but only because they feel like they want to keep up.
You may be deterred by some of these stories, but don't let this fool you. Those who are able to engage in polyamorous relationships in a healthy way find themselves much happier than they ever would have been in a monogamous relationship. Okay? Many feel like it's greatly improved their lives to have a larger support system of loved ones that are there when times are tough. And for those who have children, the extra help makes a big difference. In the case of TikTok star Larissa, she claims that polyandry cured her depression, and others feel that the combined income also makes their lives far less stressful than that of a typical two-person relationship. There's the added
Anyone can
bonus of
cure their
freedom
own
that
depression,
polyamorous
dude.
people
Depression
enjoy,
is
allowing
fucking
them to
real.
experience
It's a
things
mind
that
state.
monogamous people may never get to do.
If you're fucking
There are
depressed and you're
even
gonna be
success
depressed, if you
stories
smile and
involving
be
a 20-person
happy, you ain't gonna be
molecule
fucking
in
depressed.
Boston. I hate to see
I
that
beat the
Irish
severe
man.
depression. I was diagnosed with
Female
severe
red hair
depression at
tangled
fucking
together,
17 years old.
Disgusting tumbleweed I don't want to be a part of.
I
Their
beat
community
that
began
shit
in
easily.
2020 and
It's a
eventually
mind state.
became a large positive relationship in which everyone feels deeply
Yeah,
in
think
love
about
with
the
each other.
positive things in
Together,
fucking
we
life
learn
and
the
shit,
proper
right?
communication tactics
It's
and
our minds, like,
wingman each
our
other.
minds focus on all the fucking bad things. Like we see more of the bad things than the good things, right? We don't really fucking notice many good things, right? We would notice the bad things, of course, as they fucking derail us or they fuck up our plans or something, right?
Their time in a way that appeases all their partners. I call bold.
Depression's really
I think
fucking
people are
easy
gonna
to
be
read.
like,
It's
yeah,
all a
that's
mind
fine.
state.
All right, we're in harmony. I'm like, who's the dogs, dude? Who's the dogs? I want to know who are the secondaries or the thirdaries. I mean, who's the 20? Who's number 20, dude? It's the guy with the like Jimmy John bags coming in. All right, who had the Italian? That's the 20, dude. But now let's talk about a particularly interesting and strange polycule relationship story. Let's talk about Sam Bankman-Fried's weird poly penthouse. You guys remember Sam
Poly
Bankman-Fried?
penthouse.
His weird gopher mole girlfriend. She threw his ass under the bus, didn't she?
I think so. Yeah, she did.
Wasn't it the guy that invented crypto or something?
She's like trigger someone.
Jesus.
Is that what they were
Bankman-Fried,
doing?
or he owned a
You'll
Chinese
find out.
exchange or
Sam
something?
Bankman-Fried, known as a cryptocurrency prodigy, became rapidly
Yeah, he
one of the
invented
biggest
cryptocurrency or
financial
something like
scandals
that.
in recent history. In 2019, he founded FTX, a massive
There we
cryptocurrency
go.
exchange and hedge fund. During its peak, it was one of the most
FTX, yeah,
successful
he's the owner of
cryptocurrency
FTX.
exchanges in the world, averaging $10 billion in trading volumes per day. This all collapsed, however, when it was discovered that CEO Sam Bankman-Fried was misusing the funds from his customers. In short, tons of investors began pulling out of FTX, but they did not have the money, leading to its bankruptcy. Fried was later sentenced to 25 years in prison.
Why's that one guy be thought of not fucking... This guy isn't censored, dude. The scariest looking fucking guy. Everyone else looks probably fucking normal.
To its bankruptcy. Fried was later sentenced to 25 years in prison. Something that was revealed amidst the chaos was that Fried and his other company executives were involved in a wild polyamorous lifestyle. So funny. Supposedly, they all operated out of a luxury penthouse in the Bahamas within a 10-person polycule relationship. Caroline Ellison, the CEO of Alameda Research, was allegedly involved as well, writing graphic blog posts on Tumblr about it. She stated that while she used to be a trad woman, she now realizes that the only acceptable style of poly is best characterized as something like Imperial Chinese harem. If you can't be busting out Imperial Chinese harem and they're not smoking the opium pipe. They have like an 86-year-old Chinese dude in the back who's just like,
Yeah.
passing the stuff along. And they're all like lounging on big like satin purple pillows. And that gopher chick's rolling around. That gopher chick freaks me out, dude. She goes on to say that she thinks all relationships should have a hierarchy, where there should be a, and I quote, vicious power struggle for higher rank. Like, imagine your relationship right now, your partner looking at you and saying there should be a vicious power struggle for higher ranks in a relationship. It's like, how tall are
Relationship
y'all?
is a ranking
That's
system.
a
It's like a
billionaire
fucking
activity.
leaderboard. It's like a
That's
ranked
billionaire
gameplay.
mindset. You have to crush them all like each other, like cockroaches. Survive nuclear winter together.
I was
Just
gonna say,
banging
it's
is unranked,
like,
but fucking
power
dating is
should be-
ranked.
Like I want people
Ranked
to be
play.
fawning over me.
Yeah, I think it's the jealousy thing. Today, I'm the top dog. I'm not the grunt anymore. But you know, the power struggle changes. Who knows? In a particularly cringy Tumblr post, she chastises boy positivity posts on Tumblr, detailing what she finds attractive in men. One being, quote, controlling most major world governments. Now that is attractive. This is her, right?
It's really hot.
I'm gonna be the top dog. She looks like she was beaten with a wiffle ball bat. Can I just say that? Can I be so bold? You know what? I'm gonna be rude because she's a crook. Within their polycule penthouse, they took copious amounts of drugs. There's the opium den. Copious amounts of drugs and swap partners as they pitched billion-dollar ideas. They would take stimulants in the morning and sleeping pills at night. And a high society figure in Miami described his experience meeting them at a crypto conference, stating that they smelled horrible and spent the night popping pills like a bunch of frat bros. You look at Sam Bankman Friend, you know he's that motherfucker smells like yeast.
He's a little sweat lord.
Yeah, you ever smell like old rye bread? That's what I imagine.
Find a
Sam
mountain
Bankman
of
Friend
fucking
smells like
cocaine.
dry. I don't know.
Fucking mountain of
It goes
basil.
without saying, but while there are many success stories in the world of poly relationships, some are darker and have ended much more grim. Like Ezra Miller's polycule cult. People haven't talked about Ezra Miller in a bit. Remember Ezra Miller? He's so cute. Remember him as the Flash? Ezra Miller, most recently known for his role as the Flash, was put under intense scrutiny around 2020 over claims that he was operating a commune in Iceland, among other things. While Miller has talked about his polyamorous lifestyle in the past, one of his friends opened up to reporters about how his actions more resembled a patriarchal dictatorship. And another referred to it as court harem.
The power controlling world governments.
I'm the Flash. He rented out an Airbnb in Reykjavik, inviting all sorts of friends and artists to come down, some of which being spiritual advisors. Thank God. There, Miller was seen as some sort of idol, according to one visitor, stating that everyone seemed completely hypnotized by him. The actor gave long spiritual speeches, claiming he had superpowers, and at times he would experience intense mood swings and become enraged at his guests, which is unlike him. There's definitely no footage of him anywhere ever being, I guess, aggressive or mad. That's not like Ezra. Miller's friends detailed his manipulative and abusive behavior in his makeshift commune, saying, quote, Ezra controls all the sex as the man and plays the women against each other. Screams at them, belittles them in front of the others. That's fun. One of the women involved with him in Iceland, who was 18 at the time, had sex with him on 3 occasions. During her time staying with him at the hotel, she recounted him becoming weirdly obsessed with her breeding capabilities, worshiping her womb by talking to it and hugging it. All the female right now being like, okay, all right, a man who worships his womb. I do have breeding capabilities. That's I mean, if I was a woman, that's what I'd be saying. I'm a breed machine. You don't even know how much we're gonna be popping out. Further testimony alleges that Miller had invited teenagers to his commune as well, supposedly engaging in sexual acts with them during their stay. And it seemed that the commune had come to an end in the late 2020, and a string of crimes and signs of mental decline from Ezra Miller poisoned his reputation in the eyes of the public. Whatever happened to Ezra Miller? I feel like it just ran off into the tall grass. We never saw him again.
Probably caught AIDS and died.
Into the weeds, and you're like, all right. But in some cases, toxic polyamorous relationships have ended in death. In 2018, 31-year-old Aline Sadine's battered body was found on the side of a road in Florida. According to Sadine's close friend, Aline had been entangled in a throuple, or triad, as we know, between 2 partners, Zachary Abel and Christina Araujo. Zachary Abel, over time, became jealous over the amount of time that Aline and Araujo would spend together. He was unable to adjust to the new arrangements he agreed upon, turning to physical violence. Aline was terrified of Abel at this point, but was too scared to call the police because Araujo's father worked in law enforcement. Her close friend constantly pushed her to leave the relationship before things could escalate, but it was too late. Her body was found, covered head to toe in bruises after being tortured and killed by the couple. Investigators found the motel room covered in blood, putting the pieces together quickly before discovering the body, and eventually the 2 of them were convicted and arrested. Araujo was sentenced to 20 years and Abel was sentenced to life in prison. We always just gotta throw a little horrible zest at the end, don't you? Instead of putting a cherry on top, we just shoot like the liquid that's in a mustard. You know when you have mustard, it shoots out the mustard piss before the actual sauce. It's like a very fine cake. You're like, oh wow, instead of a cherry, mustard piss all over it. Now it goes without saying that lots of these crazy stories are the worst case scenarios. They're not indicative of the average poly experience, right? That being said, this type of lifestyle certainly isn't for everyone. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to mentally and emotionally handle being with multiple people at the same time. If you're interested in a poly-style relationship, do your research. If you jump in blind, you're probably gonna get burned.
If I was in a relationship where I had 2 girls, I don't think I'd ever be jealous of the girl.
Yes, you would.
What?
Yeah, you would.
If I was dating 2...
Yes, I understand. If you're dating 2 people...
Yeah, but if they're always hanging out with
sure,
each other,
I
you
think
don't get to see
the
one.
girls getting it on would be hot. That's what you're saying. You 100% would. Especially if you're the secondary, as you said you would have been. Right? Then at one point you're like, well, I'm not like, that's their relationship, and I'm just...
To your God.
have sex with them, which is cool for a bit. But then I think after a while, you're going to be like, I feel bad. Also, she would sit there and you would get in your head. Especially as a man, you get in your head, dude. You one of those things where she's just like, yeah, well, I'd have to finish myself off. Not like with Stacy or whatever, you know? Oh, exactly. You're like, oh.
Oh.
not as good? She's like, no. That's how it would be. Do you really think that you wouldn't be jealous?
To me, it's like, oh, if she fell in love with another guy, that
Yeah.
would hurt.
What I'm really hearing, Nick, is being like, I don't have to worry about my being too small. That's exactly what this is. There's no way her clic's bigger than my dick. At least I don't think.
No way her
I
clic's
hope
bigger
that
than my
stops
dick.
us from recording. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate you. We will see you in the next one. Tell your boyfriend and your girlfriends and your poly relationship I said hi.
Holy fuck, man. My hallucinations are fucking bad, dude. The horrors of trading card games. I risked 10k. Dream snipers attacked me. What a fuck.
Meaty Magic. If you like Magic the Gathering content, you can go there and subscribe. If not, go yourself. Enjoy the video. The Gathering content, you can go there. And
Oh,
subscribe.
but they
We
actually
have-
play Magic
just
the
want you guys to
Gathering?
know that we have a new channel
You use dice in Magic the Gathering? I had no fucking clue, dude.
out called Meaty Magic. If you like Magic the Gathering content, you can go there and subscribe. If not, go yourself. Enjoy the video.
Long ago,
Oh, fuck
when
yourself.
humans were still young, Egyptian kings
play
played a
cards.
game of great and terrible power.
I would play dominoes with my
Shadow
grandpa.
Games erupted into a war that threatened to destroy the entire world, until a brave and powerful pharaoh locked.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about trading card games. Mostly the tournaments, the people, the fandoms. And let me tell you guys, trading card games is not what it used to be. It used to be something, it's a lot like what I imagine like D&D is, right? And all of a sudden you have that Eddie Munson guy from Stranger Things, and now girls finger their thinking about D&D. It's not what it was back in the day. It used to be, you used to buy that stuff in private, you play with your boys, and then you would feel really embarrassed and you feel kind of gay if somebody caught you playing it. Trading card games have experienced
You feel
a
kinda
remarkable
gay.
surge in popularity over the years, mostly through the pandemic of people hoarding cards, not only for content, but big pulls, right? Franchises like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Digimon. Digimon's back.
Oh, dude. I remember playing the fucking Digimon game. What was it for? N64, I think? That was pretty fucking fun. I didn't get that far. I couldn't fucking. I had stuck at one point.
Did contribute to the growth of the
I didn't want to buy the fucking
one story told of the guy being like, "What the hell?"
Back in the day, you could buy like if you get stuck in a game, you wouldn't like look it up online. You buy like a little fucking book. Well, it's like a bigger book. It's like this tall.
When people had extra stimmy funds to spend on crack and
No, it's not even. It's not even that. It's because fucking. It's because Logan Paul brought back fucking Pokemon cards, dude. It's not because of fucking stimulants checks. What the fuck? Like Pokemon cards are popular after stimulants checks came out. It's because Logan Paul brought it back. And then Penguins hopped on the fucking bandwagon too.
Food, people were like, I'm gonna get a Pokemon pack of cards and then I'll flip it and have even more stimmy money. But then you also had high profile individuals like Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Post Malone entering the TCG
Logan Paul brought it back,
scene,
dude.
which further fueled the unboxing craze. I mean, you had Logan Paul, I think he even had like a case that he wore on his neck when he was in the WWE. He pulled a Charizard, it was like a Pikachu thing or
Pikachu art. He bought it for 5.3 million.
5.3 million.
And then he did something where you could basically he sold 50% of it.
Yeah, you like own part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What the
I don't
fuck?
fucking know. And then Post Malone has so much fuck you money that he's basically like. Also, like Wizards is just like, what'd you say? I had some help. It ain't. You want a custom card? We'll do it for. I don't care. And then there was the Lord of the Rings set, and the guy pulled the One Ring. There was a very special card called the One Ring. It was a 1 of 1. It was the most expensive Magic card ever, and Post Malone bought it for like $2 million, $2.2 million.
Holy
something like
fuck.
that. And I just has. I had some help. I can make that on myself. Don't act like you. But one might think it's all about collecting cards and treating them like stocks of gold, right? But at its core, These card games are meant to be played.
Like
And
loot
beneath the
boxes,
layer of
dude.
Casual play lies a competitive tournament scene with its own darker and slimy underbelly. And this is where the real shit is. If you're sitting there and you're just like, I'm cracking some packs because we just like it. I'm doing a stream later if you guys want to come by and watch me crack some packs. Help I
You guys want to watch me come by and crack
I'm
some
talking about
packs?
People going to a fucking strip mall, card shop, playing tournaments. Everyone smells like hell, and it's like being. I would attribute it. This is gonna be a bold statement to say, but I would attribute it to trench warfare. I would say which one's worse. I don't know. Dying of toxic gas or sitting next to a morbidly obese guy with back pimples eating Taiwanese food right out of a wet styrofoam. Oh my god, one of those styrofoam containers. You know what I mean? He's just like, what'd you do? And he's just sweating profusely, like, fuck, it's horrible. So,
Eating and sweating.
let's take a look at the strange and stinky world of trading card games.
Trading card
Ladies and
games.
gentlemen, I hate to say it, but as with all good things in life, there are stereotypes of the trading card game player or the trading card game itself. Nerdy games such as this tend to bring out a lot of strange characters to public events and often attach negative stereotypes to the trading card communities. So this is where people sit there and they're just like, I'm not very social, right? They're f***ing social butterflies here, right? Just all they do is talk. My God. But first I want to talk about, most of them are found to be rather gross and pretty stinky. It's easy to look at, right? It's easy to have eyes and a nose, right? The longest running complaint against almost every trading card player is that they have a reputation for being incapable of basic hygiene. Wash themselves, wipe properly. I have that problem sometimes. You know, I had a whole thing about people saying that I had no idea. How do you wipe? What do you do with your toilet paper?
So I
Wrap it into a ball.
and then I fold it in half.
So you do a fold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had
fold.
some people say they fold.
I just
or they
crinkle it.
wrap around their hand.
Yeah,
and
I
it's a
crinkle
nice
it.
smooth thing like that.
It's the toilet paper.
Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
What I do, I barely take any off of it, and I bunch it up.
Yeah, I don't take that much
And I
on.
wipe my ass, but apparently I wasn't digging hard enough.
But I use a
All
bidet now. I
know is
got
that
a
people
homemade
like that
bidet.
is an inferior way because my whole thing was that if I bunch the toilet paper like this and I wipe my asshole, then it acts like a tool.
lot more
to spread
fun.
all the surfaces versus if it was smooth. It's basically mudding it down in your ass. All I'm saying
Yeah,
is
exactly.
I sympathize with these people.
And it's also another way if people go. Some people go
Definitely don't brush their
front
teeth.
to back.
No
Some people go back to
no
front.
nothing. No clean clothes. The basic hygiene.
When you're supposed to go front to back.
right?
Stinky farts.
Stinky farts. Which if you fart, it
I don't know how you do
doesn't
it,
stink,
fuck.
yourself.
I played this one game.
Yeah, I do it
I was,
different
I
every
think, in
time.
second grade, and I had to forfeit because my player was farting too much.
You're at a trading card tournament,
Yeah.
and so you forfeited the match because the guy was like,
well, what happened was I was playing, and then my brother.
you're like,
it smells awful.
and a lot of new players are absolutely shocked at the smells that come out of local tournaments. I mean, if you better buckle up. It's so bad that a lot of local card shops have had to display signs outside stores urging players to bathe and to wear deodorant before attending events. The store owner has to beg and plead to its
Customers.
just saying,
Hey man, I need to check for you.
Old Spice
I need to check if you got deodorant on.
Just put on clean socks. But in 2024, a Japanese man recounts his experience at a Yu-Gi-Oh event where he overheard a woman expressing that this was her very first tournament. And already you know that sentence is gonna end in a different way. He noticed that she left the event early. First off, I want to say, why was he scouting her so much?
I bet he was like, "Oh, she's so beautiful." I bet she's the
Oh,
only.
she's the only girl here.
One of the only girls there.
Yeah. Oh,
He
fuck,
noticed
there's
that
a
she left
girl
the event
here.
early, and then he even made a tweet about it later, talking about his his frustrations with the aggressive nature of Yu-Gi-Oh players, making it too hard for new players to come in. They're bullying people out of the game, god damn it. His tweet went, I still think, I hope people don't come to hate Yu-Gi-Oh. If you're a man, please be a little bit kinder to women, even if it's just a little bit. It sounds bad to say I'm going easy on you, so if I'm up against a man, I'll beat him to a pulp, no matter if he's a beginner or whatever. When the other person is a woman, hey. If there are more female duels, there will only be benefits for men. So please support us. So it seems like if it's a woman, I will tip my cap and say, lady, let's just have some fun and not be competitive.
Let's just have some dinner instead of have a card game.
Also, that makes the whole thing about him watching her so much more creepy, doesn't it? Where were you going, my love? Are you leaving so soon? But this post gained a lot of traction, and eventually, the woman being referred to in the post found the tweet and responded to it. I saw this because it was circulating, but considering the circumstances, It might have been me, but I left halfway through because I couldn't stand the smell. It's not like I lost or was sad. I like how she's just like, it's a game. I was there because people were shitting their pants and it just smelled like salty peanut butter and shame. And then no wonder the numbers of female duelists aren't increasing. There are some stinky female duelists. She's like, there's some stinky pussy out there too, boys. Don't worry. I like to think if I was a woman, credit card swipe like that, like that.
Yeah.
See, I play my. According to people who attend tournaments, it is not
play my
uncommon for
cards.
certain venues to have deodorant on hand in case a player is accused of smelling unbearably bad. It has become a common topic of discussion. If you are throwing a tournament, why would you not just spend $40 on the event and just have them be like, bro, you know what I mean? At what point are people? It's like people are like, sorry. You know?
That'd be so embarrassing.
Not again.
You know, I'd say good. Make it be him, because then next time, guess who's gonna shower up? Probably not him. Yeah, I'm not going to learn. He's like mocking you. In the r/Pokemon trading card game subreddit, someone does it always smell this bad? Eyes glimmering. I played in my first tournament hosted in a game shop yesterday, and once the competitors started coming in, the place really began to stink. Unwashed clothes or something. Mold is what they're saying. I still enjoyed myself, but I felt almost nauseous at times, and it's making me hesitant to go next week.
Defense mechanism they're using.
Why does that have to be
Whoever stinks the worst, the fucking best
Some
player.
people responded, the first time I walked into a comic/card shop with a tournament going on, it transported me back to grade school gym class when all the kids were just figuring out they smell, except it was adult men. Mostly men.
That brings me back because in middle school, I don't think I washed my gym clothes once.
Yeah.
The entire year.
Probably, yeah. Just like stinky piss and sweat shorts, whatever. Yeah. I feel like the big thing back then was nobody washed their shit, but then the only thing was like Axe body spray just came out.
Yeah.
So people, it's basically just fumigating all.
I remember when
the
Axe
like,
just came out.
and you like visibly see the axe in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells good, dude. And you like throw it back. You know what I mean? It's some bullshit. Yes, this is a normal thing. Lol. I didn't know until I started working at a card shop. Yu-Gi-Oh players tend to be the worst for it for some reason. That is true. That is undeniably true. I worked at a comic shop, and we would have on Sundays we'd have Yu-Gi-Oh.
I could see him working at a comic shop,
dude.
dude.
Fucking crowd. Also, they all worked at
Yeah.
the Ford factory for some reason. I don't know what it is with Ford hiring meth addicts and fucking Yu-Gi-Oh players, but that's like their demographic. That's all they hire. Dude, you smoke meth? No. You play Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Okay, come on in, please. You want a real spicy
Well,
story? I'm a
did it start
tournament
today?
organizer at a small local game store, and I had a player arrive 25 minutes late for the tournament that came in and power walked to the bathroom very quickly. He comes up to ask if he can still sign up, and I'm like, sure, bud. Go ahead and wait over there. I look over and see that he has poop all over the back of his shorts and legs. I catch him before he sits down. I tell him he's got to clean up. Oh, I did.
Oh, I did.
I had to very loudly argue with a player that had crapped himself in front of over a dozen players that he had not in fact cleaned himself. Having to explain that he would need to go home and shower before he'd be allowed back was the icing on the cake. I like what kind of cleanup did he do in the bathroom? He probably just like wiped himself off real quick and like didn't even use soap too. He just turned on the sink and he was like, here we go. Some people have to get creative and mask the smell without confronting people and making a scene. Which somebody made a post saying, how do you deal with local game store stink? Went to play draft the other night at a local game store, just moved to a new area. I'm pretty sensitive to smells, and it was so rank in there. I couldn't stay. I was thinking of wearing a mask with peppermint oil in it, but I don't want to ostracize myself. He's literally a plague doctor. So you're saying, has anyone got any techniques for dealing with this? Edit, I'm in a rural area, and this is the only local game store within 2 hours, so I really want to make it work. Brutal. And then also, a Twitter user posted an image from Pokemon Regionals tournament in Baltimore showing a chair with a supposed pile of piss underneath it. And a debate was sparked about whether or not this was from an energy drink or a player's urine. The ring of liquid suggested it was a drink, but it's insane that the community has gotten to a point where people aren't sure about the truth. It's so
the
weird.
Ring makes it look like a drink.
It shouldn't be a debate. It should just be, someone probably spilled a drink, and someone's like, I bet you it's piss. I bet you at this Pokemon tournament, someone just pissed on the ground and they walked away. And apparently, this is not a one-time occurrence, which a man named Ira Perlman said 3-2 drop at Vancouver after sitting on a chair soaked in someone else's urine for 20 minutes without noticing. Let's go, Pokemon. Seeing this, the piss chair in question was, you can see the chair here, apparently that was just soaked in piss and he was sitting in it. You think it was one of those things too where you sit down and you ever sit down in a chair and you're like, is this wet? What the fuck is this?
20 minutes?
For 20 minutes though, he's just like, I feel like a lot of people
He
just
probably smelled it. He's like,
what,
after it's soaked in.
oh, not only after it's soaked in, but you have to imagine the smell in there to begin with. There, all these smells masking.
Yeah, it smelled like
in.
5
So after a
different
while, you
smells
sit there,
being-
probably, I wonder if he got up and he's like smelled the cushion or some shit. Oh! It got to the point where Konami and Wizards of the Coast had to come out with a new policies for the tournaments that forced people to
policy.
perform basic hygiene.
What is it? The fucking
New
thing said?
policies for the
If your opponent smells like shit, drop an anvil on their head.
tournaments that force people to perform basic hygienes, which this is I got.
And there's a fucking
Force
kit.
people to perform basic.
Dirt Dueler. Shower gel, deodorant, and soap on a rope. Oh, that's sick, man. Yugi sends you to the shower realm. That's cool, dude. Dirt Dueler.
Hygienes, which this is legitimate documentation from the rules now. Subsection 1, right off the bat. Subsection 1, they're just like hygiene immediately. We're not going to get to the rules of the game.
Yeah.
Hygiene. What
Hygiene's the
changed?
first
They're just
thing.
like, what's new with it? This is a new section requiring all persons attending a tournament to be clean and wear clean clothes. Like how before they're just like, we didn't give a f- but it's
Yeah, but now you guys ruined it.
What does this mean? In case that you've never heard of that before in your life. If you or your clothing is excessively dirty or bad smelling, you can be penalized. Boys, you're starting to lose points now.
I was gonna say that's gonna get them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, my score! Fuck! Not only that, but the epidemic of plumber butt at Magic the Gathering events resulted in a viral series of
This guy, dude.
in 2014.
Yeah, I remember this guy, dude. He was posting on all the fucking. He was posting behind all the fucking cracks in the picture, dude. Ow! Oh! Fuck! Oh! Fucking smashed my knee. Oh! I gotta watch this now. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, my knee. Oh. 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 Ah. Ah. Oh.
Fuck! Not only that, but the
I remember
epidemic
this
of
guy,
plumber
dude.
butt at Magic the Gathering events resulted in a viral series of images posted back in 2014. I feel like a lot of people have seen these. This man and the guy who did this meme
Yeah.
walk around. Which, first off, I gotta say, if your ass crack is
Fucking
out,
hilarious.
and in the photos you don't even see your face.
Who cares? Yeah, it's just funny.
Like, fuck off, because what's crazy is the man was later banned from Magic the Gathering events for the following 18 months for the stunt. So over a year ban for that. Doesn't that seem kind of excessive? And it was deemed unsportsmanlike conduct. Fuck off, dude. Your whole asshole is out for everyone to see. Pimples.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Whatever. But what about another one? Next up on our little list of trading card stereotypes is that they're all socially awkward and cringe. This is also a fact. Are these really stereotypes if every single one of them are true?
Some stereotypes are true.
A lot of stereotypes are based on truth, I guess. You know, you have the viral video of the guy playing the game in the card shop and the kid across from him's obviously laughing, whatever. I gotta say, the Yu-Gi-Oh guy, to me, I'm like, that's just, if you're at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and you're not doing that, are you even playing the game?
Yeah, exactly.
Doing the
You're at a
whole show
fucking
and
tournament,
everything.
dude.
You showed up
It's
to
a tournament, yeah.
giving you a show.
The best
Yeah.
part is the glasses to at the end.
He points it up, he does. He sits there and even explains that where he's like, yep, just got 9,000 life points. That's what I love. I love it. I fucking love that guy.
I wish you would. Do it! Come on! Hand trap me! I dare you!
I can't do this.
I bet you
This is
won't!
after, you see, this is after the money and after his head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now he's just loud and people are just like, come on. Which, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! People, they, you know, there's people who even mimic the game in person. Overtly loud, not understanding the social cues of, hey, this might be kind of cringe, but people are kind of giggling nervously and laughing, only adding fuel to the fire of him being like, people must really like this. Or you could just, let's just say they don't even do the show. How about a trading card game player who eats his opponent's cards? Someone at this cup just ate their opponent's lost vacuum and called a judge for deck check. Explain this to someone who doesn't play. Okay, good, because I was thinking the exact same thing. In Pokemon TCG, there's local tournaments known as League Cups that earn you points to qualify for World Championship, so they're held to a higher standard than normal local play. One of these standards is having a deck list submitted before the tournament. If you have an invalid deck list, wrong cards / missing cards, etc., you can get a penalty such as a game loss. The individual will eat one of his opponent's cards to make their deck not match the deck list. So when a
That's
judge
genius,
checks the
dude.
deck, it will appear wrong, missing one card and then getting a game loss. God damn, I gotta say, that's a
That's
strategy.
1,000 IQ, dude.
Deck. He's like little bits of cardboard on his mouth. Check it.
Check his
Check
deck.
it, dude. It's not
Check
gonna
his
match
deck.
Bullshit. Judge!
Oh, shit,
Another
judge.
another time a guy at a regionals would take random moments during the duel to, it's hard to explain, anime formula speech, I guess. It was a goddamn impossible to watch. Absolutely planet splitting. At the end of the day, he tried asking a girl out this way, and it went as well as it ever could. Dude, I don't know. I feel like if I was a girl, I'd probably give up a little. I'd give up a little tail if a guy was just like, "You are the light of my eyes." You know, because do you think it was like that, or do you think it was just like, "I am made for you, and you are my rose. I am the beast, and you are my beauty." Another stereotype is that a lot of trading card game players are unapologetically horny, which, sure, much like any fandom, I would say with some trading card, like I'm a big Magic guy, and there's a lot of very odd characters who get kicked out of the game for various weird sexual shit, like sexting cosplayers and stuff like that, sending nude pictures and being like, God, you're beautiful. Like harassing cosplayers who show up to, you know, dressed up as characters to these events. And it is common to see
You're
hypersexual playmats brought out to local events and tournaments. And it has become quite commonplace. So people show up here. I don't know if we can show this, but basically if I had to, if this is blurred, I'll just show you that. This is some kind of playmat for some trading card game. I don't know which game it is, but it's girls, anime girls bent over.
Underage
various
girls, dude.
ages here with basically their asshole being split open with and their pussy lips kind of spread out from thongs, and they're bent over. The guy just rolled that in front. He's just like,
That's
"Ready to
John
play a
Porn,
game?"
man.
You know what I mean? What I don't like about this too is it makes me think that the guy's like he's chubbed up under the table. Yeah, I'm glad you killed this one so you could remove it from the down. He's just like little scratch and sniff. Shh. Oh, I can see somebody being like, really. Which you can even
Really?
people who know
Really?
playmats, but there's also
Should
card
do sound
flips
like that.
Woman's nipple is just
I
out.
was gonna say, yeah, that
We have to blur that. Also, there's like bondage porn on this one sleeve. What the fuck is who's getting these sleeves? Good fucking god! It's gotten so bad that Konami had to come out with a new rule banning unofficial playmats and card sleeves for the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship in 2024. I like how they're like,
Yeah.
they have to be ours.
They
They
have to be.
approved by
You
ours.
guys fucked it up.
Sitting there, he's like, it's like just like a full HD picture of an asshole. He's just like, One of the more major reasons this rule was enforced was to stop people from bringing horny playmats that make the event not suitable for the younger audience that attends these events. Well, dude, time to grow up. I used to go to some card tournaments, and this guy, this kind of religious dad, would bring his son. He's just like, guys, no swearing. I'm like, you brought him to a
Thanks for
public
the
place.
follow
You
at
idiot.
Jackpack
You know what I mean? He's like,
409.
he did this to his kid. So if somebody was just like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? He'd do
too late at that
to his
point.
kid. Well, I'm like, it's already said. Exactly. The kid was like this. That was the one time in my life where I was like, this is like what I would imagine a cuck is. You know what I mean? The guy goes, just like, I went to my first play night at my local card shop the other day, and there was this guy with a play mat that was basically just Nami naked.
Does that go through on the
I wanna
microphone?
get you a Nami naked one, dude. You love Nami. Like the only thing you couldn't see were her nipples. I don't know how these people feel comfortable bringing these
Remember
things
that
out.
back and doing that as a
But I really
kid?
won't be going anymore. We're
And party with
taking
Iron
more
Pit?
play nights.
I'm not sure if I can still fire with Iron Pit. I think my arms are too big now. Oh. Oh. I remember fighting with my fucking arm, dude, as a kid. This is what we used to do before TikTok and fucking cell phones were around. I was better like this. I used to be doing so good as a kid. It's hilarious. I still do that, man. I'm gonna fucking. I feel like I'm gonna fucking break my ribs. 'Cause I do it fucking pretty hard. That's funny, dude. That's before fucking.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, good. Who fucking needs you there?
Before TikTok and cell phones were out.
These are the kinds of things where it's like, right, guys, right. You can't even see your
Right.
nipples, dude. What, you can't see have a big-titted woman on a playmat? You're gonna go, how do you feel comfortable with that? Come on.
Oh, you know what? He's probably horned up and it's distracting his play. Stop it!
Yeah, he's tuck his boner between his thighs and he's holding him. He's just like,
I was gonna say belly button. Like he puts it in the
yeah,
belly button.
he stands up, puts his whole cock in his thing, his whatever, and he's like, I basically cannot play at locals anymore because the person who has the main connect trading partner, longtime bro, the fuck is this? Are they dating?
What the
I
fuck?
found out he fucking knocked up a 16-year-old.
Oh god.
Where are we going here?
Red
I found out
flag.
he knocked up a 16-year-old that was where his twin daughters came from. I knew he had them, and his ex broke up with him, and he told me the truth. I know he goes to locals, and the time I can't even fathom looking at him again, so ever since that, whatever. He found out the guy that was casting spells at the table knocked up a 16-year-old had twins. I can't even look at you anymore, bro. You seemed like such a great guy before that. I bet that he was a horrendous person before that, too. You know what I mean? Meth mouth and all that shit. I don't know what it is with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, specifically at tournaments, but meth mouth like crazy. Stinky fucking... like Fox hoodies, you know, like the like the Pac Sun shit. That kind of shit. Volcom? Bruh. I haven't gone to those for a while. The last time I went, this guy who didn't smell very good came into the card shop and decided to keep his hat on. A hat with the word hentai in large metal letters. There was a Pokemon tournament with many young kids and parents right next to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. Not a pretty sight. What, a guy can't wear a hat? It's the word hentai.
I was gonna say, yeah, the kids aren't gonna know what that is.
Yeah, or even if they did, fuck them. A lot of these people just sound like prudes. Don't get me wrong, there is stuff out there, but so far I'm like, it just sounds like people who are like, I don't like that. When the guy goes home, he's like, I wish I was brave enough to wear mine. There's some dude that pimps out his wife to players at bigger events for stable cards. Yeah. Like she'll suck your for a playset of Lightning Storm or something, or fuck you for a playset of Alibur. I don't know if that's awesome.
If you don't fucking attack me right now, I'm gonna fucking flip this fucking table over here. I swear to God.
You know, what do we learned so far? Trading card game people are horny, they wear weird hats, they smell bad, and you know, they'll probably hit you up if you're a cosplayer. But there's also a more vindictive side as well. For a very small sect of people, there's a very violent outrage, like this incident. In Marshfield, Missouri, at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, on July 9th, 2024. This year happened recently, holy hell. Haven Buckhart was charged with first-degree burglary, possession of a controlled substance, attempted stealing, and fourth-degree assault. But what really happened?
Burglary.
5 minutes
Burglary.
left in the round. Haven
Burglary
and his opponent,
or burglary?
Jordan, are in the game 3 of their match, which is probably the last game. Unlike Magic, when the time runs out, Yu-Gi-Oh! Gives the person with the higher life total the win. Jordan plays and passes his turn to Haven. Then it appears. Haven begins to slow play. With 3 minutes left on the clock. Son of a bitch. Jordan asks him to play faster. Haven responds,
Nah, you can shut the fuck up though.
Jordan accuses him of slow playing. Haven says,
Well, how about I punch your teeth out instead?
Jordan begins to call 911. Others around call the head judge over to defuse the situation. This causes Haven to stand up and attempt to leave. But first, he wants his prize pack, which the rest of this is summarized in a post here.
At this point, Jordan feels threatened as Haven also starts to stand up and calls 911. Players are calling for the head judge to come over to attempt to defuse the situation. Haven walks over to the register, turns the playmat he was borrowing and says, Give me my prize pack now.
To which Victoria, the lady running the counter, unaware what's happened, says, Well, I'm about to do prizes here in a moment. The store owner, Jason, has now been informed of the situation and has to come over to attempt to figure out what has happened and is asking Haven questions. Haven is very aggressive. I didn't hear the full conversation, and Jason says, Listen, you are hereby banned from this store, our second store's location, and I never want to see you step foot in here again! Haven demands his pack. Like that's just all about. He's like, Give me my fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack! Jason tells him that he isn't gonna get it, to which Haven puts his hand on Jason to push him out of his way and attempts to reach for the prize support pile. Jason mind you, who is ex-military, as soon as Haven put his hand on him in an aggressive manner, grabs him and says, "You need to leave now before this gets worse." They proceed to spin basically in a circle where Jason finally says, "You done f***ed up now, mother." It picks up Haven and slams him into the floor to detain him. Haven is all, "Oh shit, you just assaulted me." And they stand up and Haven starts to raise his fist like he's gonna swing. And as he does, 3 cops walk in, see the situation, and tackle him to the floor and take him out in handcuffs. But there's more. As the officers are escorting Buckhart to the patrol car, they see someone inside of Haven's car and identify him as someone with warrants out for the arrest for failure to appear for tampering with a motor vehicle. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Before they're about to drive Haven Buckhart to the station, he tells them that he's overdosing on
gamer subs,
saying that he used
gamer subs
30 to 45 minutes beforehand. He also
Wait, what is it?
Yu-Gi-Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Before they're about to drive Haven Buckhart to the station, he tells them that he's overdosing on
gamer subs,
saying that he used
gamer subs
30 to 45 minutes beforehand. He also found 4 grams of cocaine in his wallet, and he is currently in the Webster County Jail.
4 grams? Damn.
$50,000 bond.
Holy
There's not a way
fuck.
to end this fucking thing that I don't know what I don't know. Give the fucking lunatic the stupid price pack. I like how he's just like,
Doing cocaine at a
"You will
fucking
not do that in my store." Also, I'm
Yu-Gi-Oh token.
which, listen,
Yu-Gi-Oh-
this is important.
Yu-Gi-Oh
No matter
tournament?
what kind of reputation the trading card game community has, these people don't represent everyone. It is the unwelcome minority that happens. These are always the stories that give these communities their reputation, right? I'm sure there's many people out there who smell fine, who don't try finger fucking chicks at tournaments, who don't do cocaine and heroin and assault store owners, you know, but some do. That's just the way the world works. And I just want to say that it's kind of interesting with all of these new waves of people collecting packs. I see a lot. Like, the content of pack opening is so crazy that it's just so funny to think that people don't even realize that these caves that people go and play these games in, these card shops, they exist. And it is a sight to behold sometimes. But I will say, trading card games are fun, man. You know, we probably said at the top of this video, but I did even have my own Meaty Magic channel out now for people who like Magic the Gathering content. I love it, and I'll continue to play it. But guess what? You probably won't find me at a local game store. So, until next time, everybody, stay safe, wash your pits, and have some fun. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Shine Knight don't play. He just ain't no joke. He just shines on when he's at night.
Oh. Pokemon scalpers are the worst. The horse at McDonald's play place. I want to see his popular ones. Oh hi, subscribe, dude. What the fuck? Oh. Well, maybe watch this one because he wants us to watch it. It's played here. Oh, he's 46, dude. Or 42. Nice, dude. He doesn't look 42, dude. Oh, maybe he does. This is your senior. What's that comment, dude? Nice to see our senior citizens. Nice to see our senior citizens still feel like they're in their 40s. Oh, I have that figure when I'm too in my 90s. Oh, fuck. Nice, dude. Yeah, watch this one because he wants us to watch it. Somewhere haunted in Meatland.
A knock on the door this time of day? Who could it be? Winslow, we got a package! Ooh,
Touchdown.
let me see. Okay, just hold on here.
Let me see.
Okay, got him.
What the
Give me a
fuck?
second. This thing's oh my god.
What?
Winslow.
What is it?
How the fuck did they do that, dude?
Haunted.
Did someone say haunted? Hey, who the hell are you? I'm Zach Baggins, ghost hunter extraordinaire.
Oh, it's an animation added in.
Don't touch my box, man. Get off me, man. Come on.
Zach Baggins, what are you doing here?
I'm here to see if there's any ghost in your house, along with any other haunted objects.
Hunter, I hate ghosts, please.
Yeah, what about you, friend? Are you? You must be haunted. Look at you.
No,
You look
don't
like
touch
a
Winslow.
freak.
He's not haunted. Winslow. Winslow,
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not. I swear. Oh my God.
Stop it.
Wait,
Get out of here.
I'm just gonna.
Fucking asshole.
I'm just gonna. Put this box upstairs.
Stop it.
This guy's definitely haunted.
Help me.
Yep, you're a haunted little guy, aren't you? Okay, I'll let them deal with that down there. Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Come on in and sit on down. We're talking about one of the most cursed objects of all time. If not the
That's a
most
funny
cursed
intro,
object
dude.
probably ever recorded, I would say. Today we're talking about the infamous, the diabolical, the evil.
Just flex how good you is at fucking American art and shit.
If you're not sure what the Dybbuk box is, let me fill you in. The Dybbuk box is a wine cabinet that gained fame due to claims that it is haunted by a Dybbuk, a malevolent spirit from Jewish folklore.
Shalom.
Okay. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. If you're like me,
You're like me, you like food.
Dybbuk spirit that possesses and back to the video. The term Dybbuk comes from the Hebrew word cling. In Jewish mythology, a Dybbuk is a restless, often evil spirit that possesses and clings to the body of a living person, typically seeking to complete unfinished business or exact revenge. According to legend, there are only 10 Dybbuk boxes in the entire world. These boxes are believed to contain the concentrated evil of the 20th century, and it is said that opening one can unleash the dark forces into the world. AKA the Air Force box.
Dark Air Forces, dude.
But that is essentially what the Dybbuk box is. It's an evil box, and the Dybbuk box that is known to be from the movie The Possession, or Zach Baggins, whatever the hell his name's downstairs yelling at my computer. They made it really popular. It's become a huge haunted attraction, and from a lot of cases, there's been a lot of just weird cursed shit going on. A lot of documented stuff too. But I'm curious to see the origins of it. I mean, where did it even come from? Who was its first major owner? Well, let me tell you. The story of the Dybbuk box, as we know it, began in 2001. Why can't I forget that year? When a man named Kevin Mannis purchased the box at an estate sale in Portland, Oregon. The box reportedly belonged to a 103-year-old Holocaust survivor who had escaped Nazi-occupied Poland. According to Kevin, the survivor's granddaughter warned him that the box contained a Dybbuk and that opening it would bring terrible misfortune. So he bought it. He bought the box anyways. Weird thing, dude. If I was at a garage sale and some guy's like, "If you open the box, is it here when the spooky stuff is there?" I would. Actually, you know what? I would be like, "Give me that fucking
Spooky
box, old
stuff
man."
is there.
Grab it from him. Fucking hit his hand. Come here! Which also, why did she keep it that long? Maybe she is a protector, protecting the world from the evil. Only I can stop this evil, this spookiness. Ignoring this ominous warning, Kevin purchased the box and immediately opened it when returning home, which I love that.
Immediately opened it.
Spooky! Don't open this ever! And he just goes home and he's like, which in Kevin Mannis's defense, he thought it would be a good gift for his mother, which is kind of funny. Like, I could see myself gifting my mother a cursed box, thinking it's funny, being like, look at this, and she's like, oh my god, look at it, it's a nice box, I love it. And I'm like, it's haunted. You know, it has like a little bit of character to it, right? But inside the box, Mannis noticed a couple of very odd and peculiar things, such as 2 locks of hair bound with string, a dried rosebud, a strange black cast iron candlestick holder with octopus-like legs, a golden wine goblet, a granite slab with the Hebrew words Shalom inscribed on it, and 2 1920s Arab pennies. I say that's the concoction of a mad alchemist dabbling in satanic rituals. Do Jewish people have like satanic stuff?
Yeah, they believe in the devil.
Is there a hell? I thought Jewish people didn't even believe in heaven.
Whoa.
I thought that was true. Like they don't believe in like a heaven or
So Judaism is the original, and then Christianity is the fan fiction that adds on.
Okay, first off, Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna believe you because this is coming from a guy who was raised in a cattle farm in Missouri. I don't know. I don't really have any Jewish friends. I wish I did. Clashing some ideologies. You're not Jewish, Nick. You're just Italian American, which is the worst. These objects that Kevin found in the box, seemingly random but potentially laden with symbolic meaning, added to the mystery that surrounded the box even. And on Halloween, Kevin gifted the box to his mother, which is that's a fun Halloween gift, right? Nice vintage trunk or box or whatever, and then it's even haunted. And you're like, oh my god, what a spooky gift! Yeah, what a day! Whatever. Abracadabra. You ever hear that song, Steve Miller Band?
Oh no.
Oh man, such a good one. And after Kevin's mom opened the box for the first time, she reportedly felt an evil presence and experienced a cold breeze emanating from the box, which, depending on where she was, she might have been a little spooked out by the story, so that might have just been mental. But also, immediately after that, she suffered a stroke. Back to back, cold breeze, stroke. And this is a quote from Kevin, and he says this.
I found my mom sitting in a chair beside the cabinet. Her face had no expression, but tears were streaming down her cheeks. No matter how I tried to get her to respond, she would not. She could not. It turned out that my mother had suffered a stroke. She was taken to the hospital by an ambulance, and she ended up suffering partial paralysis and losing her ability to speak
Oh my god.
and losing her ability to speak and form words.
I'm gonna try to fucking stroke too, trying to read this. Don't put that in, editor. Fuck you.
When I asked her the following day how she was doing, she teared up and spelled out the words, "No gift." I assured her that I had given her a gift for her birthday, thinking she didn't remember, because she's a dumb Just kidding. But she became more upset.
Okay, yeah, don't put it.
She became even more upset and spelled out the words, "hate gift." I laughed and told her not to worry.
What a weird way to end that quote.
No gift.
No, spooky. Hey, the gift. Hey, the gift.
Oh, you're so silly, Mom.
Yeah, Mom, stop. You're silly. All right, I'm going to leave this cursed box on your chest while you go to sleep, okay? There you go. He's like... Despite her distress, Kevin still does not associate the stroke with the Dybbuk box because he's an idiot, and instead dismissed it as a tragic and very odd coincidence. He decided to keep the box in his furniture store, unaware that his decision would lead to a series of increasingly disturbing events. He gets a box from a distressed, borderline senile Jewish man, puts his mother into a stroke, and then now puts his box into a public furniture store. Kevin, he's a bit of an odd duck, if I'm being honest, all right? And this is really where we see the paranormal activity begin. The ball has begun to roll. The little Dybbuk box that I'm going to name... What's a good Jewish name? I was going to say Matthew, but that's more like Christian.
Deborah.
Deborah? Isn't that the Demon King from Dragon Ball Z? I'm going to say... we're just going to say Dave.
That's a good one. David is a biblical name from the Old Testament.
There you go. David. Boom. David the Dybbuk Demon. David the Dybbuk Demon. I like that. Okay. Over the next 2 years, Kevin Mannis and those around him experienced a range of terrifying phenomena, all seemingly linked to the Dybbuk box. The most immediate effect was the onset of intense, reoccurring nightmares between him and his family members. Not only did Kevin have nightmares, but every member of his family as well. Who worked at the goddamn furniture store started having terrible nightmares. Like they're all bags under their eyes. Anyone else having horrible nightmares every night? It's like every time I come into work, you're always just like, I had the craziest nightmare last night. And Nick, it almost looks like he has like fucking 2 leathery fucking Dolce Gabbana bags under his eyes at all times. He's just like, so I didn't get very good sleep last night. It's unbelievable. Which, in all these nightmares, Kevin described one of the dreams he had. And in this dream, he would walk with a trusted friend, only for the friend to suddenly transform into a hideous, demonic hag that would then beat him. Which does sound scary. Don't be wrong. We're starting to get the hag thing, because I'm pretty sure the hag is supposed to resemble the Dybbuk, which the Jewish people, you can figure out what you mean by hags and old women being demons. That's up to you. But to me, it also read as like a sexual fantasy dream between him and his friend. A little bit. You're a straight guy, your friend transforms into a woman, beats you, probably because you're having sex with him and you think it's wrong. And he's beating you guys. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do? What am I doing?
Those dreams were girls that turned into my best friend who sucked my dick.
What the fuck? Let's say that.
Upon waking, Mannis often found bruises and scratches on his body, yet he continued to rationalize his experiences.
What did it say?
Mannis often found
The girl went protesting came back like this. Fuck the police.
bruises and scratches on his body, yet he continued to rationalize his experiences unrelated to the box.
They should cheat on somebody and got a hickey.
Not given to the box at all.
Those look like hickeys,
It's just
dude.
a rat infestation we have in the house.
No big deal. See, he like lifts up his cover. There's like 6 rats like gnawing on his foot. See, it's probably what that is, obviously. Goes back to sleep. In addition to the nightmares, Kevin reported feeling overwhelming fatigue, nausea, and a general sense of unease whenever he was near the box.
Something about this.
This goddamn box. Why do I feel so tired all of a sudden? It's like there's a like face looking out of it, like. He's like, this thing is. There might be something going on with this box.
Others who came in contact with the box also developed unexplained physical symptoms, such as headaches, coughing fits, and strange welts or rashes, which also just leads me to believe that Kevin's furniture store might have also just been like moldy. There's asbestos in the walls or whatever, black mold. But it's the damn Dibbit box. They look up on the ceiling. It's just like rotted. But these symptoms were sudden, severe, and lacked any clear explanation, so the mold thing probably didn't happen. It was probably just the goddamn box. And as time went on, Kevin began to notice more overt paranormal activity in both his home and the furniture shop that he owned. Objects would move on their own, strange noises like footsteps and banging sounds became common, and doors would slam shut without any apparent cause. I wonder at what point did Kevin, he's just like, okay, this thing's haunted. Like, after a while, I did start to notice some kind of weird stuff. All the doors in the place are opening, and like windows are opening and shutting closed. Things like flying around the room. He's just like, okay, this might be paranormal. And light bulbs frequently burned out or shattered unexpectedly. I think that's because Kevin didn't pay the electricity bill. I think he was wired into the building next door, so he didn't have to pay electricity. And it caused a surge. Gonna put that on the docket of Kevin's sins. Kevin's brother and sister-in-law complained of a strong odor of cat urine, which seemed to emanate from the box and linger in the surrounding area. Which, once again, how do we know that Kevin wasn't just putting cats inside the box? He's a sadistic killer, and the cats are so afraid that they're pissing in the box. I would love to see, too. He like opens it. He's just like, I don't smell anything. It smells perfectly normal to me. Just like loves to smell cat pee. Just like puts like wears it like a hat. His like face is totally covered. Oh my.
Man, this editing is crazy, dude.
In the eBay listing, which we'll get into, he did say many times, I do not own a fucking cat.
Well, sure he does. He may not own a cat, but do you think Jeffrey Dahmer's like, yeah, I own a cat after he skins it alive? And he's like, I want to see its insides. I want to know how its insides work. I don't think people are like, I'm a pet guy. I don't even own a cat. I'm getting out of here. Like stands up and his whole belt is made of like sewn together cattails. And out of all of this stuff, right? Out of all of these responses to the horrible things happening in his life with family members having horrible dreams, cat piss that he definitely killed the cats from, I'm almost positive. Things just going awry. What does Kevin decide to do? He decides to pawn it off to his girlfriend. Imagine dating someone. Imagine if you're dating this person right now. Imagine your significant other being like,
just
telling
pawn
you
it
all
off
these
to her.
horrible things about these boxes, right? And all of a sudden he's like, so I brought it to you. I want you to have it. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm not gonna freaking take it. You can't. Thank God she's smart. She's like, I'm not taking this, and she.
I'd probably
it,
take
so
it,
good
dude.
for her. But after enduring 2 years,
I think
of
I already
torment,
got it, Ghost, anyway.
I don't understand. Why don't people throw this stuff, kind of stuff away? You think?
It won't let you.
I can see that probably. It's like tempting you. I can't throw it away for some reason.
I try to capture it and put it. I try to capture the ghost and put it back in the Dibbit box.
Until Kevin finally decided to get rid of the
Anyone
Dibbit
can do
box
it, it'll
by
be me.
listing it on eBay in
That'd be me, dude.
2003. Dude, eBay, wild west.
Gotta get
back
that
then,
bitch
dude.
back
Bid
in
on
the
it now
box.
or buy it for the seller's price. Which one? It's like shows the demon like crawling out of it.
Never buy like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
No, I never trusted eBay.
They're always they bought like the Egyptian god cards before they were printed. Yeah.
I know, like back, especially like back eBay back then. I don't think that they had like the verified seller thing yet, so it was just everything was just. It was really popular, but I remember everything just being dog shit. But in the product description of the Dibbit box,
That's
Kevin
probably
goes
good.
into great detail about how cursed the object is, and at the end of it all, he wrote, "Help me." I can just imagine there's a guy too, like on his web browser, like his like glasses down, and he's just like. I don't see why I couldn't just take that off his hands. The listing attracted the attention of a museum director named Jason Haxton, who did not initially believe in the supernatural, but bought it out of curiosity for $280, which there was a bidding war between him and someone else. So, and I think the price started at $100, and he's like, God damn it, he keeps like having to like up his bid. Especially like 2003 money, he'd be like, fuck, man. Your son's like bitching at you to buy him like a PS2. He's like, I got the goddamn Dibbit box, son, I'm sorry.
I gotta help this guy.
Yeah, I know you want to play Tack and the Power of Juju with the rest of your friends, but you'll have to wait. Unfortunately for Jason, though, he quickly regretted his purchase, not because of his obese son wanting Tack and the Power of Juju. That was later down the road. This is for different reasons. From the moment Jason received the box, he was plagued by what he described as a tidal wave of bad luck. Jason experienced severe physical symptoms, including stabbing pain, hair loss, and full body welts and hives. God damn, Jason. He's like, son,
Fuck.
you win. His son's poisoning him. We can get tacked in the power of juju. His obese son's eating like a fudge sickle. He's like, glad you finally came around, Papa. Jason also began having nightmares of a hag, similar to those described by Kevin, and reported seeing large, dark blurs in his peripheral vision. His health deteriorated rapidly as he began coughing up blood and experiencing bleeding from his eyes. My
Fuck, I see small blurs in my peripheral vision.
too, he's like just as skeptical as Kevin was.
Sometimes, dude. Those are like some of my hallucinations, dude. I love the big ones. Big ones would be scary as fuck. Small ones are pretty scary too. But big ones would be scary as fuck.
There's a couple quotes from Jason here that I think are pretty interesting. The day it arrived, I put my hand on it, and it almost feels like the thing is collapsing into a liquid state. What does that even mean? What in tarnation is happening?
I'm guessing it was heavy? I don't know. It's weird.
I guess. I don't know. To me, it makes it seem like a bubble bed or like a water bed. It'd be like a liquid state. You'd be like, whatever. I feel like a knife is coming into my gut. I'm paralyzed in pain. When I go to bed, I have terrible dreams of a hag that seems to come with the box. All I knew is I got this thing, and I got very ill. I don't know what happened, and I still don't know. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Inquisitive. Jason's just like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm not going to look into it.
I don't know what happened. I read the eBay post that said all this stuff would happen.
Well, yeah, it's like, what the do you expect it? He's like, I don't know what is going on. My thumb keeps getting bigger, but I don't buy him cosmic brownies no more. He's like, foolish father. I bully kids at school who bring me them. But desperate to rid himself of the box's influence, Jason sought the advice of a rabbi who instructed him to place the box in a gold-lined wooden container to neutralize the spirit inside. I don't know why that would work. Let's just put up a little info thing of maybe why that would work. There you go. Don't you say Jews love. And following the rabbi's advice, Jason's symptoms did start to subside over time. But the fear of the box's power still lingered in the back of Jason's head. I think he kind of knew. He's like, I think I want to get rid of this. So he decided to bury it in a military-grade safe in Missouri, where it remained for several years. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's the end of this story. I mean, this is where it's buried underground.
Yeah,
the demon is even buried literally underground in Missouri. That's the end of the story, right? How I wish that was true. Oh, what about this? Is this haunted?
Hey, stop touching our stuff! Honey, he's touching our stuff!
Yeah, it's fine, Winslow. What about this? Is this haunted? I feel a dark energy coming off of this item.
In many ways, yes and no.
How much do you want for it? I'll buy it off you.
Hey, please be careful with that.
Winslow, stop doing that!
I'm scared! He's scaring me! Leave me alone! I hate ghosts! I hate them! I hate them!
Because in 2016, Zach Baggins, a well-known paranormal investigator, reached out to Jason in an attempt to purchase the box off his possession, as Zach felt it would fit perfectly with his collection of cursed objects, which he's not wrong. He has a whole museum of it in Las Vegas. I went to it. It was like 2.5 hours long. I'd recommend it. It was fun. Jason was reluctant at first to part with it, but ultimately felt that Zach Baggins, with his extensive experience in dealing with the paranormal, was better equipped to handle it. So he agreed to sell it for an undisclosed amount of money. Which, let me tell you, I thought this part was funny, because like I said, I've been to the Zach Baggins Haunted Museum, and in every room you go into, a hidden TV turns on. I'm not even joking. A hidden TV turns on, and Zach talks to you, and almost the first thing he says every time is how much he bought the item for. And when we went to the Dybbuk box room, he did not say. In every other room, it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. If I was a betting man, I would say Zach probably bought this for, over $1 million. Millions of dollars, probably.
I was gonna say 2 million.
2 million. I think 2 million is a conservative amount.
I really think even more. Embarrassingly amount of money.
I would say it's an embarrassing amount of money for something that's sold on eBay for $280 in 2003. I bet Kevin's kicking himself now too. He's like, God damn it. The Dybbuk box was quickly added to the collection of haunted objects at Zach Baggins Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, where it was placed in a specially designed room to minimize its potential influence on guests. Whoa. The box immediately became one of the museum's most infamous and talked about exhibits. And shortly after the Dybbuk box arrived at Zak Bagans' Haunted Museum, Bagans and his team began to experience strange occurrences. One of the most alarming incidents involved the sudden appearance of mysterious protruding holes in the walls surrounding the box. I don't even know what the hell that means. If there's visuals or something to represent that, that would help. But that, if someone told me, out of everything so far, I've been like, oh my God, that's kind of creepy, right? And then Zak, of course, Zak is the guy to be like, black holes are forming in my fucking museum. Come see it. I mean, we gotta get people.
You gotta see it,
We
dude.
gotta get you to pay GA. All right, can you pay GA for me? These holes seem to materialize without any clear cause, leading some to speculate that they were results of an unseen force trying to escape from the box.
David wants out.
Dybbuk David.
David wants
Dybbuk
out.
David the demon wants out. Zak also reported that many visitors in the museum who came into close proximity with the Dybbuk box experienced intense feeling of dread, anxiety, and nausea. And that couldn't have been from the prices of having to get in there and being in there. Because let me tell you, the feeling of dread, anxiety, and nausea is what I felt in that goddamn heat box. There was no AC in the Haunted Museum. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a goddamn oven in there. And also, they have to put in like a water fountain area because I'm pretty sure people, you're walking through in every room, they're like, people keep blacking out in here. And it's just like a bunch of obese people falling over. And it's like, probably because they're getting fucking dehydrated, walk around this fucking long ass labyrinth. They're boiling alive.
But it makes
But
for
I'm
great footage.
Oh, exactly. And he records all of it. I'm pretty sure the waiver you have, it's just like, hey, we can use you in any of this. Nick got a bloody nose. I want to go back to see if you're in the video now. Because you're probably like, Some visitors claim to see shadowy figures or hear disembodied voices near the box, while others felt an inexplicable coldness in the room, even when the surrounding
sweet,
areas
dude.
were warm. You know,
They got so much cool shit in Las
in
Vegas.
2016, Zak Bagans featured the Dybbuk box on his show Deadly Possessions, which focuses on haunted objects and their history, stuff that he owns, basically from his museum. For this episode, Bagans invited Kevin Manis, the original owner of the Dybbuk box, to the museum for a reunion with the box. During the episode, Kevin, who had not seen the box for several years, exhibited strange behavior after opening it. He seemed to enter a trance-like state and began reciting cryptic, disturbing phrases in a voice.
How did he
not his
open it,
own.
dude?
It was a
What the
British
fuck?
guy's voice. And it was phrases like, Shadow man, I wait here in the darkness in the nighttime till morning and I torment your soul. I wish it was that crazy. Wouldn't that be awesome? Even Zak's just like, come on, dude. And pull it together just a little bit. Jesus Christ. After this event, Zak sealed the Dybbuk box in glass to prevent others from opening the demonic item. Kevin later claimed to have no memory of the event, further deepening the mystery surrounding the box.
Don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't seem to remember what happened, Zak. You think me and you can go to MGM and toss the dice around, eh? Zak's just like, Jesus Christ, what is happening in my... What the hell is going on here?
Get this guy off my show.
Get him out of here. Well, I will say, the glass case he has around it's pretty sick. It's like all... I think there's like Hebrew all around it. It's a very nice presentation. I don't want to discredit... It's worth going to. I want to say, if you're in Vegas, you're not wasting money going there. Just want to say that. It is long and hot, though. And I felt so bad, because in a group of 12 people, 10 of them were my friends, and there was like a guy who was really afraid of like everything, and it was his wife. And we were just like laughing. Every room was so funny. Because like, okay, like one of them's like this. It'll be like, you walk in and there's like, it's like a barn, like a themed barn. And it looks really cool. And you're like, what the is this? And they have like a glass case around like a cauldron. And then once again, the hidden TV turns on and Zak's like, this is Ed Gein's Black Cauldron. I bought this for $180,000. And like every time, Zak's delivery is so funny that every time we would just die laughing. I just know that guy. We were ruining his immersion. Well, the guy didn't even go downstairs in the basement. There was like a supposedly in the haunted house that Zak has. It's like an old satanic family used to live there and do rituals in the basement. So they have the basement open you go into, and we were all like, let's go. They had like strobing lights in there. It was nauseating. But the guy like ran us there. He's like, I'm not going down there. You could tell that motherfucker was spooked, dude.
Which is funny because we paid extra to go down there.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go. Absolutely, I'm gonna pay extra to go down in your weird satanic basement. Hell yeah.
Also, one more thing to note is at the very end, like the last 10 minutes, finally an employee went up to us and told us.
Oh yeah, at the very end, because we got to go to. He had a movie called Demon
Did it
House.
pay
He
extra
created
to go in the
of
basement?
That, and that was like the ending of the tour, and we were all like, I mean, such a good time, laughing, having a great time. And this guy like walked up and he's like, "You need to stop. You're ruining the other people's experience in this museum." And I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh, he's probably right. But at the same time, I was like, dude, fuck off. Like, come on. Then in 2018, he hosted a 4-hour-long live streamed event at his haunted museum featuring the Dybbuk box as the centerpiece. During the event, Bagans and his crew reported feeling intense pressure in their chest, unexplained anxiety, and dizziness. After removing the glass surrounding the box, cameras captured what appeared to be a mist or vapor manifesting from the box. That's proof. That's proof.
A go.
They just
Viewers
keep
on the
it there and
live
just keep
stream also
opening
claim
it.
to see shadowy figures and orbs in the footage. Concerned for the safety of his crew, Baggins ended the live stream early. Later, he made a statement saying this: "I wasn't attacked. I wasn't harmed. I just felt something. I felt the power of it. To me, it felt good. I believe it doesn't affect me as bad as it affects others around it because it knows I'm its owner."
Which is funny because the previous owners were tortured.
No. And one of the most widely reported incidents revolving the Dybbuk box occurred later that same year in 2018 when Post Malone was invited to Zach Baggins' Haunted Museum. Yeah. During the visit, Post Malone and Zach Baggins decided to interact with the Dybbuk box because Zach gets a little bit of an ego when celebrities are around. Same things happens with like Nick Cage. There's usually footage of him being a little goofy, being a little silly because he's a bit of a paranormal thrill seeker, you see. Zach Baggins removed the protective glass covering, and Post Malone, though hesitant, touched Baggins' shoulder while he was handling the box. You dumb son of a bitch. Oh, I want some help. I couldn't get that glass up off the shit. Don't put that in. I don't know the song. Following this encounter, Post Malone experienced a series of unfortunate events. First, his private jet had to make an emergency landing after 2 tires blew out on the runway. Then, a few days later, his mansion was broken into by armed robbers. And a week after that, his Rolls Royce was involved in a horrible car accident. Which all this is scary, but like to me at the same time, just like, you rich son of a bitch. Every time I'm like, oh, your Rolls Royce, did it get banged up? Just me, just envious of all that money. Like, maybe I want a fucking Rolls Royce and a private jet. Post. Hey, Posty, give me some money. These incidents fueled speculation that Post Malone had been cursed by the Dybbuk box, though neither he nor Baggins confirmed this definitively. Post Malone even remarked, "God hates me," in response to a string of bad luck, which maybe it wasn't God, maybe the Dybbuk box demon hates you, Post Malone. Which, if that's, you know what? Allow that person to hate you. I don't like Dybbuk box David. I don't. I think he's a dick.
What's funny is that they say this, but in the museum, Zach was like, Post Malone was cursed.
Well, yeah, that's the funny part too. Is just like when we were there, that motherfucker was blasting that story over the TV in the Dybbuk box waiting area. In the waiting room, you have to sit to wait to go in, and it's just like Post Malone was cursed and died several times. We're like, oh, he didn't die. He died. Zach Baggins has continued to regard the Dybbuk box as one of the most dangerous objects in his collection, probably in the world. And he goes on record stating that it's the most haunted object probably fucking ever. And it's scary, right? That's where it still resides to this day. But there's a couple things I didn't mention yet. A couple pieces of truths that came out after the fact, after all this stuff, right? Which leads to a new question. Is it actually the most haunted object, really? Is it? Well, in 2021, Kevin Manis, remember him, the original guy who posted up on eBay, the guy back in 2001, came out stating that he made the whole thing up. Yeah, I made it up. I'm sorry. You at least waited like 20 years. Like, imagine this is just the guy right as soon as he bought it. Dude, this thing's not haunted at all. Fuck you. Jason's like, Kevin Manis is a creative writer, and he wanted to create an interactive horror story in real time. He wanted to have an actual living horror story that someone got to experience. He confessed that the carvings on the box and the items inside were of his own making, and that he had crafted the narrative to post on eBay as a creative project.
There was a time when I didn't do anything creative. I pushed papers and I made a lot of money pushing papers, and I absolutely hated it. And then one day, my head split open, I unzipped it, and I was an artist. And from that point on, I made my living artistically. I want to make that really clear. I would not give my mom a demonic box. Here you go.
Which is actually so ahead of its time. This is stuff before even like pastas. There was like Ted the Caver, of like people using internet-based stuff to have interactive horror stories of people stumbling upon it and believing it's real. It's actually kind of sick. Kevin even said this about his box. The carving in the back of it is my carving. The stone was in the box is something that is a signature creation of mine also. Make no mistake, I conceived of the Dybbuk box. The name, the term, the idea, and wrote this creative story around it to post on eBay. Kevin also revealed that he conceived the idea of the Dybbuk box during Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, while praying and asking forgiveness for his sins. But ironically, after revealing the hoax, Manis experienced a series of personal misfortunes, including his car breaking down, his girlfriend leaving him, and the deaths of his mother and 2 friends within a week. Now that feels, see the weird coincidence I was talking about before when he was making up the story? This feels like the tragic coincidence now. Or maybe it's Dybbuk Demon David coming for his revenge. How dare you say that I'm not real?
David, stop!
Not Dybbuk box box, David! These events led some to question whether the Dybbuk box might still hold some residual power, even if its origins were fictional.
The believing
Says, what
brings
do you
it to
say
life.
people who continue to believe in Dybbuk boxes even after you've revealed that you were the origin of Dybbuk boxes?
I don't know. What do you say to people who believe in Santa after pretend? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he said the story is fake, but what if it's
The
actually haunted?
guy's shirt, dude, I drink. It just says I drink, really? Does it say anything else underneath it?
Box might still hold some residual power, even if its origins were fictional.
John Michael says, what do you say to people who continue to believe in Dybbuk boxes even after you've revealed that you were the origin of Dybbuk boxes?
I don't know. What do you say to people who believe in Santa after pretend? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he said the story is fake, but what if it's actually haunted? Yeah, I mean, he made the whole thing up, but what if it actually is, though?
Yeah, what if he summoned a
It
demon?
could be just a major coincidence, guys.
It's just like, you know, he made up the story, but coincidentally, it was already a haunted thing.
Skeptics have long pointed out that
Just
there is
putting
no
all those
precedent
items
in Jewish
together.
folklore for a Dybbuk to inhabit an inanimate object. Dybbuks typically, in folklore tradition, have only ever possessed a human being or something like living. There would be no reason for it to be inside of this box, like to possess that box. Traditionally, a Dybbuk enters a living person's body and cleaves their soul, causing mental illness and speaking through the host mouth as a separate personality. Maybe that's what happened to Kevin's mom.
Oh, shit.
Spooky. Despite the revelation that Dybbuk box was a hoax, Zach Baggins remains convinced to this day that the box holds some dark power because he spent $2 million on it, and he's like, I have a whole fucking room I've dumped money into. We got to keep this bitch rolling. You know what I mean? Baggins has also argued that regardless of its origins, the Dybbuk box has demonstrated a capacity to affect those who come in contact with it, citing not only his own experiences but also the visitors of his museum. Yeah, I mean, people get pretty scared when they go in there, so it's probably, I mean, it's safe to say that it's probably still haunted.
And Chris Jericho?
Warned of the potential risks associated with viewing or interacting with the box, and it remains one of the museum's most sought-after attractions. So of course Zach is gonna go out and say like, "Oh, okay," and toss it. Like, why the fuck would he do that? He's gonna let that bitch ride. Also, you have to be under the assumption too that he's like, not everybody will know that it's fake. You know, who knows of that story? And in interviews, Baggins has spoken about his beliefs that the Dybbuk box, like many other haunted objects, carries an energy or force that transcends its physical origins. He suggests that the stories, beliefs, and fears surrounding the box have imbued it with a malevolent energy that can manifest in real, tangible ways, affecting those who are sensitive to its presence. I think there is so much more to the Dybbuk box, and regardless of its origins, it is very much cursed and evil. Like I was just like, yeah, it's fake, but people are so spooked around it that it has caused it to actually be haunted. That would actually be $55 for the GA if you want to come in, and we do have a gift shop on the way out.
They give you a free shirt.
They do give you a free shirt. Well, I mean, the ticket's like $70.
We did do the special.
And we did the special. I mean, so it was like $70 for an $8 shirt. Deal alert! But you know, it's still kind of up in the air. Also, or I want to say this too. Remember that live stream I said from 2018 when Zach was doing this thing and they had to cut it early for the film's crew safety? He brought in a rabbi, which I don't think the rabbi knew what live streaming really was, so I think he thought it was going to be edited. So Zach is like talking to him, but the rabbi I don't think really knows that they're live. And Zach's like, so what do you think about this demon in the Dybbuk box? Do you think it's like scary or? And the guy's like, I mean, whatever fits your narrative. And Zach's like, what? We should get him out. And they kicked the fucking rabbi out. And then after that, he's like, I think we gotta end this thing. It's getting crazy in here. The video footage of that is so funny.
So I may not be good with your script, but that's my personal belief. Okay, let's go over here.
So we don't, I mean, who knows, right? At the end of the day, who really knows? I mean, me personally, if the original guy came out and he's like, I've made everything up, why would he have to lie?
It sounds like he's actually mad that Jason made more money off of him.
I think Kevin would be. What's fucked up too is like, I would be mad if I was Zach because I'm like, you made me look like a fucking idiot. Like, I invited you out to be on my Cursed Object show, and now you're coming out 5-6 years later being like, it's fake.
Speaking of that, the thing he was reciting is a poem that he made. So he was just reading a poem.
So Kevin was just reading a poem? Oh my god. He was just reading a poem they wrote because he's a creative writer. I don't know. It's a very compelling thing. Because one, it feels like a Ted the Caver thing where it's like a guy knows that his family's reading a blog, so then he just starts writing this thing to fuck with them. But then it turns out to be this crazy, awesome horror story. And this feels like the same thing. Regardless if it's real or not, it still holds all this tangible, horrific, kind of like fun, scary aura around it that makes it so special and still like a fun box. Like even now knowing it's fake, I still go back just to see it to know that this thing has had this much much infamy. You know, you've had the Possession, Zach Bagans show covering it. It's been covered all to high hell. It's just a fun piece of like horror history at this point. So regardless if it's real or not, in my heart, it will always be the most cursed object. It'll always almost have that title. If anything, because it's fake now, it holds that infamy even more. It's just the cursed object that never was. And I think that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I gotta say too, after hearing that this thing's probably made up and everything, I mean, I have no reason to even believe that Winslow should be afraid of this. I should probably go tell him that it's just a hoax, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just go tell him. Here, just talking to my device. Here, just talking. Guys,
You're the worst time. I'm not
you sure you're gonna open it up? I think
It's
Winslow, I guess that box was haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably haunted, huh?
by haunted. UFC Scooby-Doo Couch is his most popular one. The can't respond to Taylor Swift date. That's gotta be funny, dude.
Oh, baby, I have certainly kicked the beehive now.
What did you do?
If you didn't see, I did a little Taylor Swift fan cringe video. I thought it was fun because also it was kind of in tandem with the cartoon I was making, Taylor Swift's breakup song, which this is part of the song here. God! I made that song, or actually, I don't want to take credit because my sound mixer, Justin Greger, he made the song and I got to just sing on it. So, you know, it was fun.
Let's start again.
I really didn't get a lot of bad reception, honestly. I thought that people kind of liked it. I mean, it's a very average tune. It was fun. I'm not discrediting it, but it's not like, you know, the craziest thing in the world. But all in all, I remember whenever I was making it, people were like, watch out for the Swifties. They're coming. Don't fuck with the Swifties, man. The yeah, and it never happened, so I was like, oh, you know, whatever. Except today, I did see, which we're recording it now, and it's Monday the 13th, the day after the tune came out, and I just go on Twitter just to kind of see what's up, and I get this quote tweet, which is, I can't imagine being such a f***ing loser, which, you know, pretty funny. And then what I like about this also is that almost all of the accounts we're going to talk about have Taylor Swift as a thumbnail, which I respond. Trust me, sweetie. It's pretty fucking bleak. Which I thought was funny because it's, you know, I mean, it's like talking shit on myself. It's not good being me. I don't blame you. And the rabbit hole just kind of began to open there. And I could tell almost immediately that this was going to be, it's going to be one of those days. Which the person responding here before I go into anymore.
Some psycho fucking Swiftie, I don't know.
Her big claim to fame in her life on her timeline that I got to see was that Taylor Swift liked one of her posts. And that was, you know, Heaven's Gate opening, that one of Taylor's PR people clicked like on one of her. But then she responded to me though with my cute little thing. I thought that she might be like, ha ha ha, yeah, I know, but f you, the Taylor thing, and it'd be it. But no, she says, don't call me sweetie, please. You're a misogynist who makes fun of women for having fun and enjoying themselves and simply liking an artist that you dislike solely because she's a woman. Making an entire manifesto video about Taylor breaking up with someone is weird as hell. Which when I read this, I laughed pretty hard because it was a big stretch. The misogyny and the women hating thing, just kind of funny. I said, my video says I hate Taylor. I am a misogynist. You are very perceptive, honey. And she said, doubling down on nickname
catcalling is weird, by the way. The reason your video is misogynistic is because you made a fucking manifesto hoping she breaks up with someone and implied that because her fans are usually women, we're all crazy. Which just goes to show immediately that, you didn't watch the video, and a lot of the people that were commenting on the post did not watch the video, which makes it all so much funnier. The hive mind mentality that I put in my video, it just makes it so much more true. I've seen so many people today be like, what is this conversation going on about? What people are mad about this? And they come back and they're like, oh my God, he's so right. Oh my God, it's like a prophecy. So then the floodgates started open. I really started noticing that this thing was getting retweeted. It's not the most viral thing, but it was just the war was coming. I could hear the elephants braying in the background, the stampede of soldiers coming. And I knew I had to get ready. But there was a couple things that I noticed was a big trend. One, Tay Voodoo always gets them, which didn't mean a lot now, but the voodoo thing will come back. Very fun. Then I got another one that I thought was pretty funny. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. Factor comes criticize someone's got another sponsoring this video and back to the video. Then I got another one that I thought was pretty funny. Don't you have anything better to do than to criticize someone's
It's an anime picture.
I said, I literally have nothing else better to do with my time. I make garbage for the internet and I get paid. Pay me.
Now I'm hot, they all love me.
Garbage today. I made a big stinky is what I say to that. I think that was the one that really we started seeing more and more people come in. Not only the Taylor Swift pages were coming in, basic white bitches coming in. A lot of millennial women coming in being like, whoa, what a fucking idiot. We got someone like Betty. Betty says, I'm sorry your mom breastfed you through middle school and you inherited your father's micro penis, but you don't have to hate women who hate you as a result. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to the video, but these tweets are just so funny. Then this guy, Joey, I just thought it was weird when there was guy Taylor Swift fans.
I am going to the Taylor Swift concert. I came here by myself.
I was like, dude, what are you gonna do? Try to fuck her? She's my dream boat. Joey says, and he's verified he does pay for Twitter Blue. He says, another 50-plus jobless man doing what a 50-plus jobless man would be doing, which apparently a random 50, he thinks I'm over 50, which is funny too because a lot of people have never heard of me before, and then they go to Google and they see that on Wikipedia, my age is like 42 or 43, so people are like, oh, this 40-year-old fucking asshole. But I do like this guy, he says, doing what a 50-plus jobless man would be doing, making cartoons. Oh, I guess the 50-plus-year-old's gonna be doing art. Typical 50-year-old stuff, man. AARP and doing internet cartoons. For real, dog. For real. And then we started getting into people not just saying the video's stupid, but that I'm extremely fat and extremely ugly. And this is where it really started ramping up. I really got a good belly chuckles. One of my favorite ones was from Meredith. She says, worry about being an ungroomed fat piece of YouTube lard with dried up burger grease and that forge of yours while looking like if Dream was one burger and Diet Coke away from a heart attack. Please stay in your lane. Honestly, first off, I like both of these pictures of me. I look like an Asian woman in the top left one, and the other one looks like I just woke up from a little nappy. But I do like both the reference ones as well. I like that tweet a lot. That's a good one. I kept seeing these things where people kept saying get a job or jobless, which I don't understand. It's like, you watched a cartoon though, that's the job. I see it. It feels like there could be a better insult.
You watched this cartoon, yeah.
With the dream insult, and then also like just people call me fat, all this kind of stuff. It was really ramping up, but I kept getting disappointed. I kept seeing all the job stuff. I thought it was annoying, and that's whenever I got somebody coming in to do a hex that I saw a lot, which is copy pasta with the same video. With the video is just like footage from other like weird horror films that's like sped up. It's just like fucking stupid. And then it says, over the next 3 days, your hair is going to fall out. Being bald is expected within a few hours. Teeth will get decayed slowly and start falling out. Your organs will collapse and your heart will be overloaded with blood and explode, leaving behind nothing but flesh and bones. Which,
it's all really
What
funny
the fuck?
because this is a hex. They're trying to curse me. This is some of that Tay voodoo that I've been hearing so much about. Which
I swear
first off, I
voodoo.
just wanted to, over the next few days, your hair is gonna fall out. Being bald is expected within a few hours, so it's just like your hair is gonna fall out within all my body hair, and it's expected that I'm supposed to be bald in a few hours. So am I just supposed to be upset that like my asshole and my taint hair are gonna fall off over the course of 3 days? Why would I care about any of my other hair? Oh my god, I'm watching my finger hair fall off in front of my eyes. It just feels stupid. Also, your teeth will get decayed slowly and start falling out. Your organs will collapse and your heart will get overloaded with blood and explode, leaving behind nothing but flesh and bones. Do you think that by like heart explosion, is my whole body gonna explode? What the fuck happened? Is a body gonna manifest inside me? That's a lot of blood. That's a lot of blood. That's like a big boom. Big boom.
Yeah.
On the hex a little bit, but in almost all of these Twitter accounts, this is just one of the examples, but in almost all of them, it has anti-bullying advocate. It costs nothing to be kind. Oh my god, Taylor, I love you so much. You're fat. Oh, God, I can't say that. But someone called me that today. So what am I supposed to say? But one of the best ones was the picture I did of myself, which I look like even more of a weight Pablo Escobar, kind of with a bearded Pablo Escobar. I look like Rosie O'Donnell if she had a beard. But someone said, there are 2 types of American white men. The fat, ugly, inflamed, blistering, red pork juice dripping kind of white men who think they're as charismatic as their more attractive counterparts, yet always smell like axe and garlic, have gout, and frequent their 7-Eleven. And it's a picture with me and my donkey. There's nothing about this picture that I guess elicits that. I feel like I have so many other meme pictures where they could have had the one with me and my sunglasses on, and you could have been like, "Oh, look at this fat fucking idiot," but instead of showing me standing calmly petting my donkey. I really thought that was a good one. Also, that's my donkey Jelly.
Nice.
And she is the sweetest of all of my farm animals. So to bring her into this, I say you're a I hate women. Someone did clip a very old video of mine from a Christmas video I did way back in the day. I was skinnier here, but still fat. You're gonna see my big ass, and I forgot that I put every pound gain puts you one step closer to the Lord, which is true. I was glad someone referenced that. And this is where I thought it went over the fucking line, though, dude. I said, these dirty dogs of women said, you're on death's door. And I said something like, I think I seem rather handsome for a man on the verge of death. And one of these women said, define handsome. And they put my picture up next to an adorable bulldog. And I was livid. And I immediately called him out. I said, if you're telling me that dog isn't handsome, then I know you're lying. Say what you will about my ugly, stupid fucking face, dude. But you chose an adorable, that's a handsome dog. That's a handsome, I'd say that's a cute and handsome dog right there. I don't think I've actually just sat here and looked down before. He's very, very cute. I like his little brown eyes. He's like, hello. Did you just take a picture of me? Why do people who draw such bigoted, ugly-looking caricatures are always ugly themselves? I think it's projection. They're ugly. They want to make beautiful people look ugly so they feel better about themselves. Miserable, loser-ass men. That's a f***ing sweet Nighthawk picture, dude. Big DC head in here, dog. That's tight as shit. Which, honestly, here's the thing, too. I get a lot of criticism for that. There's a lot of fucking artists out there who don't like me or don't like my stuff. It's all the same. It's always gross. It's fun. I like it. It's my brand. It's how I make money. I'm projecting. I hate how beautiful everyone else is. As a Swiftie myself, I would say that I thoroughly enjoy your content. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, Angelica. Just wanted to throw that in. That's really nice. Must be obsessed with Taylor's relationship because his marriage is failing. Saving up for alimony payments with desperate content. And then this stock photo of all the business people pointing and laughing. The audacity while looking at this. Dude, why do people keep bringing in me with a white shirt petting my donkey? If they crop the donkey out, leave Jelly alone. You look like a sad, fat virgin, misogynistic white man who is jealous and angry at the world. Must be hard, so you project on other people. Yeah. Small dick energy. Oh, wait, micro. I do have an extremely tiny penis, but that doesn't mean anything, dude. Also, I can't control that, all right? My dad fucking gave it to me, okay? It's not like I went to the store and I was like, oh, shit, was I supposed to get the bill? No, I was born with this. This is just funny because actually, for people that don't know, this is kind of the second time this has ever happened in my life. not Taylor Swift, but many moons ago, before the people knew like of Meat Canyon.
Was I supposed to
there
get the big
was a
one?
documentary released called Leaving Neverland,
Oh,
which
God.
is about Michael Jackson, you know.
Yeah.
And I made a cute little tune. Play the tune here. Boom.
How do you respond to these allegations that you sexually harassed these innocent children?
Yeah, it's not true. Children, it's not true.
Michael,
It's not true.
would you let go of his hand, please? Just let go of the boy's
No,
hand.
I'm not gonna let go of it. He wants it.
Michael,
He
please.
likes it. Yeah.
I made that. And I got so many death threats from Michael Jackson fans, okay? I didn't know that he was still so popular. People love Michael Jackson still. What I thought was kind of a harmless, albeit crude joke, led to people, I don't have evidence of this, but let me just say I was in California for work stuff, going to a friend's house, and somebody took a photo of me outside of a Ralph's. Okay? I've honestly never been more afraid in my life. The Taylor Swift people, at least they're just extremely dumb 8 to 12-year-old girls, and they just call me fat. That's fine. But, you know, this is my message, all right? I was doing all of this, and I wanted to make this message for you now. You
The fuck?
Okay. No one would listen to it, okay? Can we that? Hey, there's an objective truth. Can we get that one out there? So, you know.
1 out of 10. What if I cut it out? Wendy's disturbing training videos. Yes, dude. All right.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about Wendy's. The square burger place with the obese red-haired girl. Right? They're doing a disservice by not making that little girl just fat as shit on the side. You know what I mean? You know, a little while back, we did a video talking about Waffle House's training videos, right? We learned the hieroglyphic method of ordering some waffles and some eggs. But now today, I want to talk about another strange training video that's out there from our good friends at Wendy's. More specifically, training videos from the 80s and 90s golden era of Dave Thompson, the CEO of Wendy's, the golden era of his training video escapade that he decided to do. I'm not sure. These videos have become infamously known for their cheesy and, dare I say, somewhat catchy music videos. Whoever was in charge of producing these songs and producing these music videos did not hold back, ladies and gentlemen. When they swung for the fences and, dare I say, at times, they hit some home runs. So without further ado, let's dive in, shall we?
Whew. Eat spicy goodness like a boss.
Wait! Today's video is sponsored by
And PDS Net works hard to understand your
What that company?
Papa Meat. Thank you, PDS Net, for sponsoring this. Pretty sure they
It's
have a
sponsored
video
by
about
that
taking
company,
orders,
hell yeah.
but, oh my god, it's so fucking boring. We're not even gonna talk about it. Throw it in the trash. So we're just gonna be focusing on the songs for the most part. There's one little thing at the end that's a secret, but we'll get into that later. Here's a little backstory before we dive in. The founder of Wendy's, Dave Thomas King, wanted to standardize training for his company's employees through video training courses, right? He was like, people are using television nowadays. Like, it's the 80s. We've had this technology for a while. He's like, did you hear a burger's a square? You'll see it too in the videos. He's in the videos and he's lost. Dave doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And since many of Wendy's employees are young and had entry-level positions, Dave decided to use engaging, music-driven instructions that were fun, relatable, and easy to understand.
I thought they're like monkeys.
It's like training a dog. He's like wiping his sweat with like $100 bills. What do they do? What? Give them music. The poor people love music. Is that right, Wendy? She's like just fat, like ballooned up. She's like, The goal was to teach employees essential tasks like cooking, customer service, and maintaining cleanliness with memorable tunes. And thus, Wendy's beautiful musical training videos were born. Which, luckily, a lot of these are super short, very punchy, and they're just, it's just a good time to talk about. So first up on the list is the seductive and, dare I say, borderline sexual hit called Cold Drinks, which features a sexy 80s blonde big old titties and a flat ass. She's showing you how to fill up fountain drinks in a flirtatious manner. Sorry, gentlemen. May want to look over your shoulder to make sure the old wife isn't looking this time around. The opening feels like an intimate R&B song, or an opening to basically Evangelion. I remember I clicked on it, I was like, and as soon as the first frame popped up and you see her seductively look at you, I was like, huh? This is palpable sexual energy, right? I mean, right through the screen. It's unbelievable. The way she points at the drinks and talks about stopping an inch from the top, I don't got me about half choked up. All right, I don't know. It's just like right from the top, just an inch from the top. Uh-oh, too many inches. You're just like, what? Dave Thomas is in the back. He's like, all right, cover your eyes for daddy.
Cold drinks come in 4 cups. Gotta know the size before you fill it up. Biggie, medium, small, kids meal.
I love back in the day how they had the fucking Biggie.
Yeah, I know.
On the cup. Isn't that sick? Why bring back Biggie, dude? That thing is so tight.
It's a good deal. Use the scoop to fill with ice. Never use the cup. Take my advice.
I'll be honest though, she could have a little bit more life in her voice. It's a little like that. You can tell she's just like, they usually get me in here for my looks. Now I'm having to talk. What the
Tilt the cup and push against the lever. Keeps the phone down now. Isn't that clever?
Isn't that clever?
Yeah.
It's like, there's gotta be more rhymes. Put in more rhymes. They're like, can you add in more rhymes? Lever, isn't that clever? He's like, ha, perfect. Stogie on the intern.
When you reach a quarter inch from the top, that's where you wanna stop.
I mean, come on, dude. Can you imagine being sitting in the back of a fucking Wendy's watching this? You're like having to cross your legs and shit.
That's where you wanna stop.
Looking at the screen. Hey, buddy, just wanted to bring in a Frosty for you. It's your first day, so this one's on us, right? Just like so flustered. Can you imagine that? He's just like, don't worry, we all pitched a 10 our first day, buddy. He's like, he stands up a huge hard on. This place is gonna be magical.
And tell the guest you'll see him later.
Don't forget to smile when you serve cold drinks.
Okay, and it's a fucking training video. And they just show an Asian woman. She's like, even Asian people working. She's like, the guy again crosses his legs.
Always say thank you.
She's like, I don't know how to sing. They're like, just Dave wants notes. Give us notes. Sing me to sleep, my sweet princess. Lullabies to my ears.
You're the one that can make the difference.
For lemonade?
I feel like this is like a fucking fever dream, dude. The way they're like putting the like glow around everything, and it's just people being like,
You're the one that can make the difference.
I mean, I feel like if I was sitting in the training room in the 80s, I'd be like, is this like what my dreams are going to be like moving forward? You'll never escape us. Clock in or clock out. This is always with you. You need to show the obese girl, though. Have her be like, can you imagine that? It shows the Asian girl like turning, and then it's just like Wendy being like, nightmare. Yeah, even Dave's just like, get her off the side.
I feel like nowadays you could do that. Make Wendy fat and be like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah, dude. Definitely. She's our plus size little angel. She's just like, a 9-year-old girl having a heart attack. Look at her go. She's wearing the Gap. She shops at Old Navy. She's hip. She's like, tons of Frosty and bacon grease on her. You want another Baconator? But we move on from cold drinks, dude. Yeah, you got somebody oohing and on at Asian women smiling at you. It's a good song. All right, I'm not gonna can't falter them. Damn fine way for a training video, but it doesn't hold a candle to the absolute banger that is Hot Drinks. Hot Drinks fucking rules, dude.
Hot drinks.
This Michael Jackson inspired song is all about how to serve scalding hot coffee to your customers. When I mean scolding, I mean they emphasize how hot this thing is. It's like there's a goddamn fog machine inside the coffee cup. It's like blow it off at least once, dude. It's like a fucking cup of molten lava. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. What fucking temperature are they serving this coffee cup? It made me immediately think of that lawsuit. Can you imagine fucking spraying and falling on someone's lap? The first time in my life I was like, I feel sympathy for the old woman. That old bag. It was kind of actually a crazy throwback.
Rachel
to see
Bag.
before it had a caution hot, scolding hot. Because now it's like,
Yeah.
I can see this being fucking deceptive. Even though when
Yeah.
the coffee thing goes on, I mean, you just expect
Sometimes they are really
shitting
hot.
everything. Here's your coffee.
Just ask for an ice cube at 9, but I don't drink coffee.
Oops. The person's laugh.
That's what I was hoping through the song. He accidentally spilled on himself.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Hot drinks really get you going. Warm you up when you feel you're slowing.
This, I mean, seriously, this song is such a fun. Hot drinks. Even when he blows it too, it's like a huge cloud, and the music's like, but it blows out too. It's fucking crazy. The lighting in the music video. I mean, first off, this is a bad training video. This is a bad training video, not because the information is bad, but because I am not absorbing any of the information. It's just a catchy song, like too catchy to where
Yeah. That's just it.
and then they're blasting these crazy lights on them like it's a goddamn Dario Argento film. It feels like fucking Suspiria in this music video, dude. I expect a demonic witch to come out and start like ballet dancing. Hot drinks really makes you go away.
Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day.
This motherfucker's just full of charisma, dude. I love it, dude. The spins and stuff, and especially like going, have a nice day. You know he killed it too. It was one of those days when he drove home, he like buckled up his seatbelt and shit, and he was like, yeah, I mean, he just knew he fucking killed it.
Grab a small cup when you're making hot cocoa. Pour the bucket and then you add your H2O.
I've never had so much fun watching somebody make cocoa.
Grab a small
Oh.
and grab some cocoa. Use a clean spoon and stir it till it's all mixed up. Toss the spoon out and
Oh.
put the lid on the cup. Things are really looking up. Hot drinks really get you going.
To be fair, yeah, the rest of the music the whole music video is in the store, and he's just like, grab some cocoa and mix it up with a clean spoon. And you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And all of a sudden, he's like in the depths of hell. Hot drinks really makes like it's fucking crazy, dude. Man, those old signs too are so sick. Oh, there's the Asian woman smiling again. She's just like, how many times are you gonna come here? He's just like, you smile for the camera again. She's like, yeah, it's really busy today, Mr. Thomas. I don't care. She's like, it's Susan. Yeah, right. That's what the telemarketers tell you to say, isn't it?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm just throw that one in. But I love this one though. Once again though, I feel like cold drinks, I retained a lot more information versus hot drinks. Hot drinks, you went too hard. If I was in the room, I'd be like, you gotta pull it back because I only remember the chorus and like there was some cocoa and stuff, but then you're blasted with fucking neon colors and it's too good. Historically epic music video. This is like pretty popular too. What the? This has 3.5 million views. It's a Wendy's training video. Dude. I love it. The comments are so good. People being like, he didn't get paid enough. Also, if you have this legendary thing, even if it's outdated, why would you not still just play this? Or do you think they're like, oh, it's too old? Well, that's what I love about corporate people. They have all the money. We want a hit new music video, right? And it's like, well, dude, you guys have hot drinks. They're like, I don't care. It's so old. Oh, God, look at us. Outdated technology. God, can you make it modern? Where's the fat little girl having heart attacks? She's like, oh. I
Wendy's
think that Wendy
mascot.
never gets older. She's just always perpetually an obese small girl. Like as soon as the earth is gonna explode, and she's gonna be the only remnant of humanity, just like floating in space forever, perpetually having a heart attack. You're gonna be a star, Wendy. we have to move on. I almost wish we would just save that one for last. I don't think all these are gonna fucking suck. Because next up we have the goddamn "Can chili be served with cheese" song. We started off way too strong because cold drinks is like still kind of a ooh, and then hot drinks, hello. Chili can be served with cheese song. It just teaches you how to stir the chili. At some point I feel like they're like, Dave, we can't capture lightning in a bottle 7 times. He's like, get the goddamn cheese chili song out now.
Always got to make sure that you stir it right before you put the chili in the bowl of cup. Use a figure 8 motion from the bottom to the top.
Arguably not that bad of a song. There's just something, I don't know why, there's something kind of disgusting to me about just B-roll of chili. Like B-roll of chili being scooped and like, Also, I kind of miss the personality I got out of the guy singing the hot drink song. This is just a nameless, you know, faceless man singing to me.
This one's the most boring, like least creative.
This is definitely the most least creative one, which is a shame because, once again, they're like, we did another song for you. And he's like, I can't pay for the lights again. I can't pay for the dancer. I can't pay for the perform. I can't do it. Just so chilly. And it's just a guy with the camera, like, and a person's like, do you really need a whole song for chili, dude?
That's the thing, they split it up. It's about Frosties and then cookies with milk. The rest of the song.
So they include Frosties and cookies with milk in the chili video. Dave, how does that make sense? You know it was Dave too. He's like the cornerstones of Wendy's, the chilies, the Frosties, and of course the cookies and milk. Do you have any questions? Like, oh, the burgers and fries? Hello? He's like, no. No.
No.
That looks disgusting. It really does.
Yeah,
not
Wendy's
look
known for their
appetizing.
burgers.
Does this look good to you?
No.
You go to any, I worked at McDonald's for probably like 3 months, or I worked there very briefly. It's a goddamn war zone. Acting like somebody's gonna be using like, oh, this is my little cheese cup. Yeah, fucking right, dude. They're gonna fist that Velveeta cheese bucket. They're gonna just start with their fingers real quick. Wendy's still on the floor. The chili is just Wendy's empty colostomy bag. They lift it up and they just squirt it out. She's like, oh. Oh. This is insulting. It's like, scoop the chili out, put it in a bowl, and throw some cheese on top. Did you need a whole fucking song about that, dude? Who the fuck are they hiring? We only hire aliens from a different galaxy who have never used a ladle. That's it. That's the Dave Thompson way. But yeah, halfway through the song, you can't just start talking about Frosties, milk, and cookies, dude. It doesn't make any sense. I got a fucking weird taste in my mouth talking about it, even watching it. It's like hot, and I'm all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's like red meat with milk or something. I don't know why. It just freaks me out. But we're moving on here because we have to talk about the king, the pinnacle, the emperor, the god king of the Wendy's training videos. And it's a 15-minute long, dare I say, odyssey. Epic, as if Homer himself wrote it, scribbled it onto stone. What is it known as? What do you hear people chanting from the Colosseums? That, my friend,
Anybody ought to be a god beast king.
This is the iconic Wendy's training video that has become a cult classic on the internet. You might have even seen it yourself. I don't care, I'm still talking about it, bitch. The video is all about teaching new hires on how to cook Wendy's infamous square patties using the 4-corner procedure. Because they're square patties. And you'll find out why they're square patties in just a second. It starts off, this is my favorite one too, because it starts off with our boy Dave Thomas creeping out of the corner of the walk-in freezer to awkwardly touch the burger patties and to teach us how to make the best hamburgers in the business.
In the business.
Which is also aka Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger.
A Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger.
Him mispronouncing that word fucking drives me up a tree, dude. Dave doesn't say words properly, and I know I fuck up some words to say. Especially. I know it's especially. Gotta get in the groove, dude. Maybe it's just his groove. He's like, I'm a leader in business. Then you get him talking, he's like, business. I cannot emphasize how much joy Dave Thomas has given me in such a small time. From him, very awkwardly, like a giant turtle. You ever see that show, My Best Friend Franklin?
Oh my god, I love that.
He looks just like the parents, the old ass parents. That's Dave Thomas. Him creeping around. That's why it's the best old-fashioned hamburger in the business. He doesn't say words properly. He keeps his ugly daughter off the screen. Get her out! And he doesn't look at the patties. He's like talking about him, and he just keeps he misses it. Him missing the burgers there is as awkward as like somebody reaching for a high five, and then you you kind of miss it, or you clump it up and you're like, oh, do we do it again? Like, no, we got the idea, I guess. It feels like that. Also, I just want to say too, the Wendy's walk-in freezer looks like either a Guantanamo Bay cell or a part of the set of the movie Hostel, Eli Roth's Hostel. That's what it looks like to me. Creepiest walk-in I've ever seen. And it's only frozen meats in there and ketchup. Dave Thomas just makes it an alluring, just murder.
The day I opened the first Wendy's, my goal has been to serve the best hamburger in the business. A Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger.
He sounds like Christian. Yeah. The thing I liked about when I ordered the first Wendy's was that I liked the square burgers.
So I started with the freshest beef I could find.
Oh, Dave, just look down before you grab it. I don't want to do any more takes. One and done. Right, Wendy? I really hope that joke does well because I keep beating this dead fucking horse, dude.
100% pure beef. Never frozen.
Yeah, right, Dave. Never frozen my ass. I need kangaroo court. Lies! Unfair. I don't. What do you think? You think they're frozen?
I think they're frozen now.
They gotta be frozen now. How the f you transport out of the country? Raw meat. That's why they call our delivery buses the blood bus. Because there's just disgusting, hot, raw meat, blood all over the floors.
You know what? I think they defrost them.
Yeah, now they're not frozen. It's like, well, they were, Dave. Well, I guess we're splitting hairs. We also learned, and I know this is people talk about many mysteries of the universe.
Yes, we're splitting hairs.
Or God, right? Religions form. People ask these questions. Why is the sky blue? I think we know that one.
Yeah.
What were the Egyptians really saying with their hieroglyphics? Are they spaceships? Were they aliens? And probably the greatest mystery of all, why does Wendy's have a square burger? And finally, people, we get straight from the horse's mouth, from God's mouth, Dave Thomas. Take it away, Dave.
So they'll hang over the edge of the bun, and people will like that.
Because people like it. The square shape and the burgers hanging over the bun allow customers to see the quality of the beef before taking a bite. That is the dumbest that actually pisses me off. Can you imagine, like, get ready to take a bite of a burger? You're like, whoa, holy shit, did anyone else see? You guys see this thing? Okay, I guess that is quality. It's like, what the f are you talking about? What a week, like, come on. 2 minutes into the video, Dave decides he's tired of talking and goes and grabs a hot and juicy hamburger.
I'm going to have a hot and juicy hamburger.
Go old-fashioned hamburger in the business. While we continue to watch a training video, Dave pretty much just taps out and he's just like, I'm here, I'm gonna eat. Okay? We then get a nice little montage of the workers preparing the store for customers as the trainee, Bill, clocks in and gets scolded almost immediately by his manager. He gets clocked in and they're just like, hey, the manager needs to see you right away. There was a stabbing last night. Please tell me you didn't take home mustard again. Dave Thomas is here. He's livid. Today is Bill's lucky day as he gets to learn how to use the grill. I thought this was kind of weird when she's just like, you're gonna learn how to use the grill today. It feels like he's been there a while. Like, people know him and shit. He's like, hey, how you doing? And he looks totally comfortable. She's just like, we're gonna let you use this foreign device known as the Wendy's grill. He's like, you mean it? That beautiful alien technology with the square burgers? She's like, yeah, you're lucky, Bill. Welcome to the club.
Maybe she's like my old Papa Murphy's manager. She purposely left the people she thought she was dumb in the back for like 6 months.
Oh, really?
Making pizzas.
Yeah, I don't want you to be out front. I don't want you touching the pizzas. Then instead of Mary teaching him how to cook very quickly, because there is nothing going on in this kitchen, could not be a slower day, Mary just has him sit down and watch a training video inside the training video. I'm watching a training video of a guy watching a training video. The tape is put in and almost immediately, like, dark magic happens. The screen starts to smoke and shake violently. And eventually it opens up a wormhole where a floating head comes out and sucks Bill into a grill dimension. You know, people like to decipher the end of The Sopranos. Did Tony get shot? The TV malfunctioned, exploded, and Bill died. And this is what purgatory is. It's being sucked into the grill dimension. And this is where the song starts. 4 minutes into the training video, we finally get the song to start. Couldn't we have just started in the grill dimension? Why did we have to have the build-up? I feel like Dave was just like, I'm going to be on screen. And for the next 2.5 minutes, we have Grill Master Funky Fresh rocking out with a golden spatula and teaching us how to finally grill some patties using the four-corner technique. And goddamn, is he good. Which, the four-corner technique, I mean, it's just pressing each corner of the patty down before you flip it. Bit lackluster.
Well, you gotta make sure the grill is wet.
It's true, you gotta make sure the grill is wet for all the juices. He also teaches us how to space the patties evenly and not to dump a pound of salt on them, which I will say he has a little, that's a beautiful peppering of salt there. Oh, it's unbelievable. Well, he is the grill master. Funky Fresh. There's also cartoon floating patties with giant eyes and lips talking about how the meat starts to shrink. It is haunting. This, I think, could have been done in a different way. It felt like a German expressionist, like surreal, like a nightmare. A goddamn nightmare.
Now we know Bill is actually dead.
Yeah, this is how we know that Bill is actually talking to angels or demons. We're trying to decipher which part of the afterlife did Bill end up going to. So you're talking about meat shrinking?
No, that's just it.
What are you thinking?
Watch some football, man. Go see. Oh. I can barely keep my eyes open.